Not this time.
Going. I think we're live. We have an excellent connection. How exciting.
Oh, that's good.
I could go on Instagram.
So I'm confused because guess what? I'm in literally 2 calls right now with Ninja, and then Hugh here. I'm on Discord with Ninja and Alex and Kyle, and then you called me here.
Well, we didn't know if you wanted to be in the stream or not. So
you could add Ninja, I guess.
Does he want to be on the stream?
Is he gonna fall asleep on the stream?
My original plan was to play GBO with Metal and Starchild.
You can still do that. We're just streaming and chilling and chatting, so it's not too big of a deal if you want to just work on the GBO thing.
Just that Starchild have Skype.
Yeah.
But Metal. Anyway, hold on. I don't know what's going on.
Well, you can pop out and pop back in when you're done.
Yeah, you can always just pop in and out because it's kind of a casual stream. I'm not even doing an introduction. I just started it. It's just like, here we go.
Actually, wait. I know it's a bit random, but does anyone have Smash Bros here on the Switch?
I think all of us do.
Unfortunately, some of us does.
For example, someone like Incineroar, I didn't get to beat. Can I re-get him or not?
Oh yeah.
Because I can't. Cause it's not letting me battle anyone at the moment, so I'm just gonna wait.
They'll show up eventually again.
Yeah, because I know like it's every 10 minutes that like another person respawns, but like if I lose the battle and like exit out of the game, I can re-battle them. I learned that like today.
They'll show up again eventually.
Okay. Yeah, we're talking about the Netflix thing because that kind of blew up a bit today.
That was funny how everyone's freaking out because I'm pretty sure they're just gonna renew the contracts.
Yep.
No, it actually is when it. I don't know about Netflix to be honest, but like first of all, it's Mighty Morphin, Ninja Steel, and Beast Morphin stay on. So if you finish Mighty Morphin, not even Alien Rangers, just Mighty Morphin, the last episode has just the Rangers turned into kids. Then like the next thing you see is an exorcism.
Actually, the next thing you see is the first episode of the 2010 remaster.
Oh yeah, true. I mean, like what kids are gonna see? They're gonna see Mighty Morphin end on a cliffhanger, then Ninja Steel, and then go to Beast Morphin with the whole Evox thing. Let's just say
It is kind of funny because when you think about it, it really doesn't matter too much because the seasons are so separated. So it's like most kids probably won't go from Mighty Morphin to Ninja Steel, but it's like, yeah, having only those recent couple seasons is just going to give us it's like all the good shows are gone.
Actually, let me check because it's also in the UK as well this issue. But something I realised because my cousin was watching the original Pokemon anime, it only goes up to like halfway of the anime. Actually, let me check. Yeah, I think the original anime is like 80 episodes long and it only goes up to 52. So something like that is just stupid, but like, apparently I saw this thing, I don't know if it was a troll or not, I don't know if it's possible, but Paramount Plus, is that like a thing?
Paramount Plus is a thing, but Nickelodeon doesn't own Power Rangers. And Paramount Plus is launching internationally first. It's still going to be CBS All Access in the US until later.
Because I know, like, obviously, the shout DVDs, but, like, people's main concern, like, one thing I saw that's actually a main concern, it's like, I think it's VR Trooper Season 2 and Beetleborgs Metallics Volume 2 are out of print.
They are, because they're exclusive to the Shout Factory web store.
So, how are people meant to watch that? I haven't seen it personally.
Well, people aren't meant to watch that. That's the answer. But, no, I mean, it's entirely possible that the contract will get renewed. I've seen shows leave Netflix and come back like 3 weeks later.
I know.
Like remember, there was also that scare earlier that Prime and someone was going to get removed from Netflix, but that never happened either.
Yep, like they said that they were going to be, and then they didn't because the contract got renewed.
I know. I swear, Into the Spider-Verse was meant to be removed, but then they didn't.
Yeah, it happens all the time.
Too, yeah.
It's not really a reason to panic, and the reason I tweeted about it because I was like, I just want to complain about Lionsgate. I got a lot of attention for Lionsgate specifically.
See, it's not so much the problem that the shows are getting removed; it's the fact that some episodes, as you said too, are literally unavailable on home video in any shape or form, and that's the problem.
Yeah, like you can't even get the Dino Supercharge holiday specials digitally. The only option, the only legal option is Netflix.
The fact that you literally don't have a chance to watch them is still a
Oh,
problem.
I know what you mean. Now, because over here, for instance, besides from like all the volumes that we had the same volumes as America got, like for example, the five from FPD, the random bullshit, bad ones. I don't know if I can swear or not. Like the messed up that was a Mystic Force volume. Like the only ones we have here is Mighty Morphin Season 1, 2, and 3. I've seen Super Mega Force, Dino Charge, Dino Supercharge, and Ninja Steel. That's all we have in the shops here. And like DVDs don't even sell well here. Like physical media just doesn't sell in the UK anymore.
Yeah, it's kind of getting like that in the US too. And like the point I was making on Twitter that a lot of people agreed with was that Lionsgate kept re-releasing the same things over and over and over again to the point where it's devalued the brand in retailers' eyes in terms of home video. So it's just not going to be a thing that they'll want to carry.
Samurai.
I'm not sure. Oh yeah, Samurai. How many releases did Samurai end up?
Samurai is completely unavailable on DVD in the US at the moment. It's out of print.
Eugene, what's up?
Well, actually, just out of curiosity, how since I know Shout's hasn't done any Sentai DVDs recently, are they still not available in stores in the US?
The Shout DVDs never made it to stores. For the Sentai DVDs never made it to stores.
Some side thing like what's
unless it's like an FYE, like a specific like specialty store.
The Best Buy and FYE and some WalMarts.
Oh, okay. Because I know because I know two people. Someone found Go-Go 5 in a Walmart, and my other friend found.
It's very sporadic. Like personally, I've never seen a Sentai DVD in a store except for G Ranger at an FYE when it was $80.
I'm not going to talk about that. Now, because I know Ultraman. I know Ultraman is like.
Oh, I found every single Ultraman release in a store, either Walmart or Best Buy.
Does it sell well? Does it sell well?
Milk Creek is literally selling like hotcakes. Like it's selling decently. Like
it's also getting picked up on like Blu-ray review sites and like a lot of the things that cover major stuff.
Okay.
Because those sets are also very cheap compared to other things they're selling well too.
Yeah, no, it's like.
But the other thing too that I've always.
But it's like $25 for $25 show in a movie.
Yeah, here's the thing though that I've been saying to people for a long time. It does also help that the marketing into this is literally like the fact that they're pointing out A.G. Subaraya Productions, the man behind Godzilla, Mothra, Rodent, Toho Monsters. They're literally doing the best tagline to get your casual audience that probably forgot Ultraman even existed to like want to invest into this property.
Basically, get other people that aren't already part of the fandom.
Exactly. Because here's the thing: a lot of people do remember the original Ultraman airing here in America. Everyone remembers the Speed Racer guys doing it from the Omni production team.
Actually, what actually made it to America? Because I know 7 made it to Hawaii.
Okay. So
I didn't know about Man, and Tiga got a 4-kid dub. I know that much.
I'll break it down for you because it's pretty interesting what we've had for Ultraman. So, in America, we had the original Ultraman dubbed by Omni Productions, which were known for doing these. Was it Omni or something? I forget what they were actually called. But they're the guys who did the Speed Racer dub. They did that one. It was on syndication. And then Hawaii got 7. Then they got actually Leo, depending on how you want to pronounce it. And then America got a new 7 dub in the late 80s, early 90s, around the same time Subaraya was working on Ultraman the Ultimate Hero, better known as Ultraman Powered. Ultraman Powered aired on certain channels, and I think it also aired on HBO, somewhere like that. And then we also, somewhere in the 70s or 80s, had the Hanna-Barbera pilot movie that aired, I think, a couple of times on TV, but mostly you can only get it on VHS. And then there was also Tiga. However, if you had certain stations that carried Canadian ones, technically there was also Ultraman Great, but that was lesser known, even though we did have comics in America for Great and Powered. And then, like I said, we had Tiga, and we were supposed to get Dinah and Gaia, but those things fell through due to the 4 Kids Tiga incident.
Okay.
It's an
'Cause I've seen
incident
some
now.
clips of the Tiga dub. I'm just like, that doesn't sound good.
The reason it doesn't sound good is because some producer thought it would be better to make a parody dub than actually going seriously. Which
Do they
actually,
dub everything like scene to
No.
scene, like episode to episode?
they stopped somewhere around episode 25.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah.
And weirdly enough, though, the cast and the script writers were pissed that they were forced to make it satirical. They wanted to do a legitimate dub. They wanted to make an actual dub because 4Kids recognized the fact that they had lost Power Rangers on the Channel 5 block to Disney, and they wanted to have like a staple show that still kept the Power Ranger audience there to watch the animes. Because some people would watch, say, Power Rangers on Fox Kids and Transformers, but then they'd go watch, like, say, the Warner Brothers cartoons like Batman Beyond or Superman or Batman, and maybe even Pokemon. Because the problem is with the mid to late 90s, the casual audience only cared for, like, when it came to anime, Dragon Ball Z, Digimon, or Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh! They didn't want to watch stuff like Moncoli Knights. They didn't really want to stick around for maybe Metabots. They didn't want to stick around for Flint the Time Detective. Like, there were all these weird animes that either people do fondly remember and love, and then there were ones that people just didn't like that were aired through Saban brands or 4Kids eventually when they moved over to the Fox box. Because Fighting Foodons, only like 4 people I know like that show.
Yeah, I like that one.
Some of these ones that you're naming I've never heard of, and I actually like. Okay, to be honest, I think I watched a bit of Fox Kids, but I mostly watched all the Jetix stuff. So yeah.
What were the other ones that they had? Ultimate Muscle, Fighting Foodon, Shaman King, and what was the other crappy anime that they had? The actual crappy one.
Shaman King sounds familiar. Let me Google that.
Yeah, Shaman King was probably their better known one. They also had
Talk
one.
about Mongolian Nights.
No, I'm trying to think. There was another anime that at least 4Kids had. Oh, Dinosaur King, that piece of crap.
I feel offended by that.
Oh well, the reason why I don't like Dinosaur King is because I think its dub was awful, and I think the
I've
show
seen
is
worse.
shitty.
Okay, I did go for a Dinosaur King session 2 months ago. That show, I still stand by. I'm one of the 2 people that enjoyed that show.
I think Metal would get along with you because he actually likes that show. I think he's the only one.
I liked it too. It wasn't great, but I liked it.
I'm saying he likes
The thing
it.
is,
Dark on.
It was basically Pokemon with dinosaurs, and for example, I know it's a completely random, but I love dinosaurs to the point where, for example, Gonja was my first Sentai, so that was the one I kept seeing the Zords every so often. But I love trains and dinosaurs, and then for them to their final mecha to be a trained dinosaur, I'm 2 thumbs up. The seeing a Pokemon dinosaur ripoff, which, fun fact, most of the voice actors for Dinosaur King are actually Pokemon.
Which is the weird part too, because even the bad guys are just Jesse and James's voice, which I thought was probably the worst part, where they're like, "Hey, let's just give this bad chick Jesse's voice," and I'm like, "Wow, you guys were being so original there."
The main Max was Ash.
Yeah.
I
think that was the only problem, was that it felt like they just took the cast literally and it's which one matches?
I found that out a couple of years ago. I'm just mind blown from it, because the little, what was her name? Dr. Z's granddaughter is Misty.
Hey, Darkon, wasn't oh yeah, Sonic X was also on that block too back in the day.
Sonic X, yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
I don't remember all the shows on the Fox box, but there were some really bad ones.
Ninja Turtles is on Fox box.
Which one?
I was talking about anime wise for 6. Sonic X is an anime too, so.
Yeah, there was Sonic X.
Which
was all right.
2003.
Oh, okay. Because with Ninja Turtles, the only 2 that come into my mind immediately are the original and the 2012. I kind of I feel like I need to be watching, to be honest, but that I just kind of grew up with the original more than 2003, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So I had VHSs of it.
But yeah, man, there were some really bad times with the Fox box.
I never experienced that.
Yeah, yeah, with the Foxbox, that's why they really wanted to get Ultraman to be a success. And then fun fact, I found an actual pitch reel. There was an actual pitch reel for them trying to get Gaia in America, and they included it on their home video releases in Japan, the pitch reel they sent internationally to try to get sponsors to air Gaia on TV, and it's the funniest thing ever. It is
Does
just
Tiga,
fun.
Gaia, and Dinah like link together? Like,
okay, Tiga and Dinah are literally sequels. Dinah takes place 7 years after Tiga, but
okay.
Gaia takes place in what is supposed to be a parallel Earth. Supposedly, it was supposed to take place on the same Earth, but they just scrapped that idea and made it straight up when they started producing it. They made it that it's and literally like a parallel world.
I didn't know that. No,
Yeah, because they're always associated as being like a trio or a trilogy, but
yeah.
Gaia and his universe don't exist in the same realm as Tiga or Dinah.
Well, I think the only reason I put those three together because like those three like aired year back to back until I think it was Nexus, Max, and Mebius, if I remember correctly.
The next one was Cosmos.
Oh, I forget that one exists, to be honest.
Yeah, it was
my
Cosmos,
brain-
then Nexus, Max, Mebius.
I like how anyone that would be tuning into this stream that doesn't know what we're doing, it just sounds like a bunch of people discussing Ultraman history while someone else does a Photoshop tutorial.
Yeah.
I only got this Ultraman recently, and I tried to I think.
Oh, it's a good history lesson for sure.
No, I think it was you, Soundout, who told me like I thought Leo was part of the original Ultras, but then like apparently he isn't, and then he's like a different cousin or something.
Okay, so this is the thing that everyone keeps wondering: is why is Leo not fully an Ultra Brother? And it's because he's not even from the Land of Light. He is an Ultra Brother by the terminology of the group that have come to Earth, but he is not the original six because he's from another system of planets.
Okay. Like, I'm not a newbie to the point. I can make. I know what suits which one's which, but if you put Man and Jack in front of me, I probably wouldn't tell you the. I couldn't tell you. I know they're different from the chest down. But
that's literally the joke why Darkon's called the Ultra Racist, because Darkon would sometimes even confuse other Ultras with other Ultras that made no sense.
Okay, that was at the beginning. That was years ago.
You still can't tell.
I need to tell you this. I think it was the steelbook for Taro. Like, they showed us the steelbook for Taro, and on the spine, like, it's just Taro without his horns, and it's basically 7.
But yeah, he is. Well, here's the thing that you might not know. If I recall correctly, 7 is Taro's cousin.
They do a really good job of justifying suit reuse.
Ace is Taro's adopted brother.
I thought you were meant that brothers as in like.
No, that's his actual adopted brother. What happened was Ace was orphaned, and he was adopted by Ultra Mother and Ultra Father.
This is why Ace picks up strays.
Yeah, that's why.
I'm like having a whole like history lesson at the moment. So, who isn't actually? Are they actually all related?
Okay, so in a previous dub at one point, in a previous dub or mistranslation, Zophie was supposed to be Hayata's, Shodai Ultraman's older brother, not just a senior officer, but they are not related. But Zophie is, it's like one of those ones of, I think 7 is a cousin to Zophie and Taro, but Zophie's not a cousin to Taro, but it's weird. Some of them have actual blood ties. It
sounds like the ninja, like, you know when they started showing off characters and explaining who's the cousin of who?
Hold on, let me go check my double checking place that I always go to. Because I go to a couple of wikias and websites to double check it, but if I recall, 7 is at least related to Taro as like first cousins somehow.
All I know is okay, I know this as well about Taro's son is Tiger, and obviously
Taro is his cousin. Taro is his first cousin. So that would mean Father of Ultra and Mother of Ultra are his aunt and uncle. Zero is his
But
son.
technically, wouldn't Seven and Titan, I can't not say Tiger, like related to an extent
Yeah,
now.
Taiga is his first cousin once removed.
Okay, I haven't seen Tiger, so I'm not sure if it's mentioned or not.
They don't really mention.
They don't really mention his one.
Okay, on screen and in show, they rarely mention the family trees as much. It's one of those ones of it's been stated. Like, for fun fact, when you go to the Ultraman Wikia, they actually have information that was released in information books, and like at one point they even state that like one of the Ultraman hobbies is actually like cooking, and I'm like, and they're like, oh, this is before they were transformed into the Giants of Light. Like one of them was a chef before they were transformed into the Giants of Light. Like there was like some weird stuff. Like they have like weird trivia about them that like one of them was actually like a botanist or some bullcrap. Like if you look like they gave like weird back in the day, they gave like really interesting backstories to some of them, because not all of the ultras that we know were born as ultras. Some of them were part of the convergence to save the planet, thousands of years ago when Ultraman King created the plasma spark.
Oh yeah. Is it the thing that was like talked about in Jeed?
The plasma spark is the thing that they always talk about, that corrupted Belial and almost corrupted Zero.
Oh yeah, okay.
It's the thing that actually
I'm like very new
keeps
to
the land
this.
of
It's
life
like
alive.
I'm like very new to this. Like I said, all but Jeed, Moon, Z. That's all I've seen.
Yeah.
No, because I know, for example, I had to explain to one of my friends that, like, he got really confused what was considered a Heisei Rider and a Showa Sentai. Because, for example, he thought that Turbo Ranger 5-Man and Jetman were Showa, and Shin, Zeo, and J were considered as Heisei Riders, even though they're considered Showa. And I had to explain it to him, and he got really, like, annoyed. To the point where
The fact that like Shin, Zeto, and Jay always get lumped in with the Showa writers is just because Toei's like, oh, Ishinomori made them, so they got to be Showa, and I'm just like, but they're Heisei.
That's not how it works. But like, considering the way
Like
I
Godzilla
learned
84
who they
wasn't
were,
made in the Heisei era, but he's considered Heisei only because of the better production budget and the virtual tie-in with the Versus series.
who?
What? No, I'm saying Godzilla 84 because of the Godzilla Versus series that happened in the 90s. They just consider 84 as a Heisei when the first official Heisei was Godzilla vs. Biollante.
Well, to be honest, Sentai doesn't actually like say anything about Heisei and Showa. It's
Sentai doesn't conform to that because they've never had to require a giant hiatus like either of Kamen Rider or Ultraman.
I guess would you consider like Sentai in like 2000 in like 10, if that makes sense?
Well, usually what me and Soundout have done, we've done like a breakdown where it's like pre Live Man 2 now because it used to be
like the eras of production styles as opposed to just dates.
Yeah, we started doing it that the production style goes pre Live Man to Gal to pretty much Time Ranger, then Gal Ranger to we cut it off at usually what is it, Shinkenger or Gokaiger around there. We cut it off at and then Gokaiger to the present.
Yeah, we cut it off at Goseiger because then Gokaiger started a new style.
Oh yeah, wasn't that? I thought it was like you put like experimental error, and it was just like Q-Ranger Lupat.
Yeah, because they were just like, let's try something completely different.
Yeah, because like
technically, Ryu Soldier, they experimented with Ryu Soldier, seeing if the same idea can sell twice.
Pretty much.
That was the experiment, and as you can, I don't know if it's sold well or not. To be honest.
God, I gotta go find now that we're talking about Ultraman. I gotta go find Jack because Jack has some pretty funny names. Where, because Jack didn't get the name Jack till several years later. He didn't get the name until, if I recall, Taro.
It wasn't like how like Sky Rider is technically called Kamen Rider, but like outside the show, he's called Sky Rider.
Yeah. He gets called Skyrider in the show when the other writers appear.
Wait. So what do they call Jack in show then? Just Ultraman?
They just keep calling him Ultraman.
Because the show was the Return of Ultraman.
Yeah, shit. He's called because he was called Shin Ultraman, Ultraman 2, and then I forget there's an actual reason to his name. I gotta find it because there's some pretty funny things.
When you say just
Okay.
say Jack, as in like everyone has like some sort of like unique name, and then you just got like Jack.
Okay, so
Actually-
Jack got the name when they thought the idea of we're gonna not use it for Taro, because Jack was originally one of Taro's
Yeah.
names, and then they gave it to him.
Oh, okay then. I'm trying to think of ones that like.
And
They
it's
all-
also
they all have
derived from
unique
obviously
names,
Jack
except,
the
like-
Giant Slayer from Jack and the Beanstalk.
Oh, okay. I just thought Jack was a really weird name, to be honest. The Ultraman, actually, let me try and pull up the list. So I did a quiz, but like I didn't get all like I forgot Hikari, I forgot Nice. That's actually one. Actually, wait, which was the one from Tiger from Ryuki? Actually, let me check. I know Raya was Ultraman.
Yeah, he's Agul.
Cool. Yeah. I tried to search Kawaii Tiger, and I ended up writing Tiger as in like Snipe Tiger.
Oh
I gotta
yeah.
find out where the names were, because there were actually some pretty funny names on what Taro almost was called, including the Jack name, but I can't
Oh
find
yeah,
it.
Tiger from Ryuki. He was Ultraman Neos.
Maybe, I think.
Yeah,
Neos is one of
it
those.
says on the wiki. But is Neos a show? As in, that was the one I was
Okay, Neos is one of those tricky ones where they were trying to pitch it around as being a show. It went direct to home video. The commander of the monster unit was actually from Live Man. He was Red Falcon, and Neos, and then there was Ultra 721 from that series.
It says, oh wow, it's 5 days older than me. It says 22nd November 2000.
Yeah, there's a lot of weird stuff.
So that, like, I want to at least try and get like new gen onwards done before I go backwards, and like, so I consider this year. I'm wanting to finish Rider. I'm definitely finished Sentai. I want to finish Rider, and like Ultraman wanted like to not really touch, but then like now I've touched it and I'm a bit like sucked in.
It is kind of like a drug.
No, the thing is, like the thing, the first 2 shows I saw, I didn't care for, but then like I saw G'd and I was like, and now I know what love is.
Do you know what love is?
No,
His
then, like,
name
I
is
think-
Jeed.
The thing is, I finished G'd in like a week. Actually, the movie, okay, 8 days. I finished G'd in 8 days. But then, like, I think of Die Ranger. I finished Die Ranger in 9 days, and that's like a 48 episode show or 50. So, like, depending on the show, depending how fast I watch it, like, if I enjoy it. Like, currently, I'm almost done with rewatching Overdrive. I've got like, I can probably finish it tomorrow actually, and I spent a week on it.
Yeah.
Actually, to be honest, I want to say that because you know what I think about it. I don't think Overdrive is a bad show. I actually really enjoy it, but I don't know, like, any opinions.
Do we have Overdrive opinions, guys?
It was boring at times due to the cast kind of being. My problem is the cast was just not really into it. Like only a few characters seemed like actors seemed to like actually enjoy their time being in those roles.
Like I like the story and the like this relic evolves it and like it leads to this and that and this and that, and then like the old like rotation between bad guys. But like the issue with the characters, I'll say this: Spencer's my favorite. He's the butler.
Spencer's the best. The butler is somehow the best character, which isn't also the crazy dad.
But like, I love it.
The dad and the
like,
butler were probably the best characters in the show.
I wouldn't say the dad, but I would say the butler definitely. And then like the amount of times he just like slaps people across the face multiple times, I'm just like here like, yes, because like for example, Mystic Force, people say Phineas is their favorite character. I kind of understand that here. But yeah,
I think Overdrive for me, all of the supporting cast were more interested in the Rangers themselves.
Like the Rangers really drugged the show down, unfortunately.
No, see, I
Doesn't-
like.
It doesn't help that in the first couple of episodes, Samuel Benta's acting was so bad, like you can tell he
Oh.
wasn't even trying.
No, it made me like, oh. I'm laughing. I know I shouldn't. I love it when he steals stuff. So I'm just like laughing my head off. I'm like, oh my god, this idiot.
Oh yeah, no. When you find out he's a Robin Hood character in the show, only to find out that no, he's just a thief in real life, you're like, wow, that's hilarious.
No, it's in like. I sent it to Soundout. It was like a scene. You remember when he's working with mirror tricks and he has to go into like a building and like he puts on goggles, he sprays the air, and like, he goes through the bars, like jumps through it. I'm just laughing my head off. I'm like, oh my god.
That was how
And
he
then, like-
got the
and then,
poster.
like,
That's how
multiple
he got the poster out of Power Morphicon.
But
That
then
was
multiple
the
times-
joke, yeah.
And then multiple times he's holding scrolls, and I'm just thinking about the banner. I'm just like, oh,
Yeah.
This didn't age well for him. The thing is, I would still say because I haven't seen Bokinja in like 11 years, actually 12 years now, actually. So I'm gonna rewatch that soon. And
I'm gonna vanish for a
Yeah,
minute because I cannot figure out what musical my parents are watching. It's bugging me.
Sound's gonna just go out there, take his tripod, start beating them to death.
no, because I haven't seen Bokinja in 12 years. I don't know how I will compare it to that. And
Oh,
I'm
you're just gonna sit there and be like, man.
I knew it. I knew it was Aretha Franklin and the Blues Brothers. I knew something was up.
I knew you were gonna be like, man, these characters are great, but too bad the Preciouses don't actually have any real significance in the show.
Because I remember liking it, but like I was 9 when I watched it, so what was it? No, because like for example, Typhon, I like his story. I like him and his story. Mac, I like as well. Rose is the best one. Like I think like those three are like B's and the other 3 are C's for me, but yeah, I usually even like the worst show, I still try to find something good out of it.
You should watch
Amen.
Titans. You'll never
What's
find
that
the
up?
good in season 2.
Pardon?
What?
What?
I said if you can find the good in everything, you should watch Titans because finding the good in season 2 is really hard.
Exactly.
I need to watch that still.
We all collectively
thing-
died during the finale. I want you to know that we're all spirits because we watched it together and the finale was just so awful it killed us.
I suppose it was season 3, so
Yeah, that's the unfortunate part.
because like I got like a big like Toku like batch to watch this year, and I have like I want to finish Dragon Ball, like the whole franchise. I want to start Sailor Moon. I want to start other things. I'm like, oh, okay, I'm gonna like my free time is gonna be like abused. So, for example, I'm currently rewatching O's as well. So, 10-year anniversary.
Yeah.
So what you're saying to me is that you want to go say la vie.
No, not that Sailor Moon. I mean, like the actual anime. I know not to touch the live action one.
Yeah, no, the live action one's like an acquired taste because like if you watched it when it came out, it's all right.
Now I've seen the transformation scenes and like for example, you know, on
It's one of
YouTube
those
how they-
like yeah, it's like literally it's one of those ones. Like I said, it only works if you've seen it when it came out. I feel like that's why me and Metal are indifferent on the show. Is we actually watched it when it was being subbed by TV Neon.
And I
Oh,
just
okay.
can't handle it some days.
how much do you have left of it?
About 20 episodes.
It's better than Dry List.
Because the slight thing that makes me want to watch it is that Gamel's act as a villain. I worked out that the villains. One of them is the Cyclone Dopon. One of them is Gamel. One of them's the guy who sadly passed away recently from Blade and Kiva. Ibuki is Tuxedo Mask. Sailor Moon is Master Pink, and the reboot Ichigo is like the character in it.
Yeah, but you're also
I think
forgetting the other part. The one who played Eternal's mother is Queen Beryl,
Yeah, that's the Cyclone Dopon.
and the one who plays Sailor Mars is married to one of Zero's hosts.
Oh yeah, the first one, I swear.
No, that's the second host of Zero.
I to be honest, when you say Zero Host, I think of Leto.
Yeah, he's the third one.
I know. I know there's ones before, but like Leto's like until I see the other Zeros. to be
Like,
honest, I need to
my
watch
biggest
them.
problem, my biggest issue is that they never brought back the first host of Zero, which they said they were going to originally, but I guess plans fell through, which gave us Lito, because there were rumors that Lito's actor was going to be portrayed by the guy who played Zero's first host, and that was because they wanted to play off the fact that Geed was being played by the kid who played the brother of Zero's first host in the first Zero host movie, Revenge of Belial. But I guess
I swear that's like the
There's
best thing.
stuff.
That's one of the things that
The
like
dark-
aged like perfect. Actually, wait, there's this picture I found. It was just like kid Riku, kid. I want to say Yuki for a second. I was like, that's wrong, Riku. And it's just like the big Belial picture in the background. I was like, okay, that picture didn't age well.
The irony too is when you remember that he's also Captain Marvelous as a kid.
Yeah, like, I was watching I find it. I'm a bit indifferent when I realize that the person I'm watching is like years younger than me. But like Riku's only like 3 months older than me.
I'm getting
Judo, I was
used
like,
to it
oh,
because everybody's younger than me in the shows now.
Bro, even when Naruto first got announced and they're both 2001, I was just like, oh my god, I'm old. But then Saber's here, like, oh yeah, you're not that old yet. Don't worry. We only got like, I think May's like 9 months older, and like the Ninja Kid is younger than me. What was his name?
There's a ninja kid?
The green. You know why? You know what? Oh, what about the green kid?
There's a green person.
Talk about Saber.
The guy with the green sword to sell a toy.
There's a green sword guy in Saber. Have I gotten that far?
So, you know who it is.
I can't tell whether to laugh or cry.
Oh, Kenzan.
Yeah, it's the Ninja Kid.
Yeah, I know nothing about him. He's
The show doesn't know anything about him either.
he's a complete blank slate.
The thing is, right, he's comparable to, like, in uselessness, he's comparable to our main rider, which is bad. Like, the thing is, right, like, as soon as, like, Judo's actor got announced to be Caliber, I was so excited, but now I was like, oh wait, shit, this is a bait switch.
It still worked out.
I want this guy. This guy deserves to be a rider. Like an actual rider.
It still worked out.
Actually, what is it? What was the guy Shigeru in Garo, Kirame Blue? What was he like in Garo? Just out of curiosity.
Amazing.
Better than he was actually in Garo than he is here. Like, he's still great in Kira Major, but better in Garo.
He had more emotional weight in Garo.
Yeah, in Kira
God
Major,
dang it! I just realized I put the
he's
X-Men card for the.
In Kira Major, he's kind of a tool while being a badass. It's kind of weird.
I love it when he does his overreacting stuff. Like, okay, on to like Kira Major for a second. I haven't loved the Sentai this much since Kyoryuja. And actually no, I like Lupat a lot as well, but I see Kira Major's better than Lupat.
You guys ever just like completely blank out while working on a project and suddenly make an AIM character an X-Men figure?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, that just happened.
You know, it's kind of funny. If Disaster actually was Juice's actor, that would have been hilarious, actually.
Oh yeah, true. No, there was this meme. I think
He literally looks like Juzo.
It was either a Garo character or some sort of ultra kaiju, and it was like guy from Orb like fusing that character with Judo to make Disaster.
Oh yeah.
Please, I can't look at any sort of fusion or like mix together. I can't look at a series anymore because of Guy from Orb.
Oh yeah.
So just do the card. I actually really like the Orb ring. I actually like it more than the Fusion Rider.
I like the Orb ring, but I wish the handle was bigger on the toy.
My only issue with the Orb ring is that the way that it's shaped and designed, you think it would have more prominence, like more meaning to it.
The thing is, I say this, I don't understand this. Wait. I don't understand a single word that comes out of the Dark one. I hope the Dark what was it called, Virtualizer. Like, it most likely, I think they actually like nailed it to like, it sounds evil, but you can make out what it's saying to you.
I see what you mean.
I like the Rube gyro. It reminds me of the Matrix.
I hate the Rube gyro because it looks like a giant pancake iron. Like
It looks like the
kind of
Matrix.
stupid, slightly though.
It looks like the Matrix from Transformers.
yeah, like it looks like a. But here's the funny part: in Japan, it was not received well. Everyone just was like, "This is too big and clunky. It's so dumb." Like, and it was funny too because I even said that because Mr. S was like, "Wheels, I don't like the design. What should I do?" And I was like, "Just make pre-orders less on this and see if it actually sells." And then it was a good judgment because the Rube gyro.
It's funny because we had a similar object many years prior, and that was the Taja spinner, but that thing was a way better design anyway.
Because you mounted it to your arm, you didn't have to hold it like a flex kind of tool.
The Taja spinner, people had to buy it back then to get the core medals.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Actually, fun fact, because I kept up with the O's storyline, I remembered it. It was my first rider. They never made a such, like, the head metal Shota, they never made a cell metal of it until the premium Bandai sets, which looked like it. For example, they released the Taurus cell twice, but they forgot to release that cell medal.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they used to kind of screw up like that.
And then they released the Taurus cell because of the sword and the Toro vendor.
I think what's funny though, like this is slightly off topic, but the fact that they stopped making like the sidekick kind of like gimmick stuff, like they really pushed it from Double On, and then it just vanished and never again seen.
Oh, the little buddy robots.
Like just all the extra gimmick stuff, like
he's talking about like the gadgets, like the
gadgets, like all the
gadgets.
The
last time they did it was Ghost, wasn't it?
Geo.
Yeah, the Ghost was the last time they did it. Then they stopped.
Which actually, I think Ghost.
No, Geo had it. Geo had the. They actually had like the little watermelon robot dude and the bird.
The Taka watch and the Suika things that showed up for like an episode.
Yeah, they actually used that Fize Blaster more though. That was cool.
The Fize Blaster actually like they actually even Sodo made a point of like including it with the Tsukiyomi figure, which he actually used. The Fize Blaster actually was the best, to be honest, but it still like it didn't want a toy.
Yeah.
Like there. Also, in worst case, when you think about it, the toy only just has one button.
Right.
This is true.
It's better than the Japanese versions of the. Trying to remember the thing. Basically the Go on Wings use. That toy was garbage.
The Japanese. What the Japanese?
Yeah, the wing trigger. Yeah, the Japanese one was garbage because it's literally sticker. But ironically, the UK one actually had buttons, and that's the funny part.
No, it didn't. I own it. It doesn't have a button. It has one button, and that's the Henshin button. I own that thing. It actually, I remember that because I was really confused because I bought the RPM like stuff to get the souls because I was a huge goal in Japan back
are they just molded buttons that don't do anything?
No, it's just you know how the cell shift morpher and the other one just have the one button you press to transform.
Yeah.
It's the back button that you flip up and the red. You know what I mean? The red logo, the red button with the.
That one. Yeah.
The Goenja logo. That's all it was, and it came with the Cloud Hatchet, which it took me 2 years to realize if you hold down the button, it goes through to the mission 1, mission 2, mission 3.
Oh, so it actually had that on that one. Okay, interesting.
Didn't do it. The Switch. The Switches can move. I don't have it handy on me because it's in my house beside me.
Because the only one that we got in America was this really terrible cheap one that was a Disney store that had no sounds.
Oh yeah, actually, let me try and find it.
That thing was awful.
Yeah, that thing wasn't even like a mainline toy. It was a Bandai Creative release.
I didn't even realize America didn't get it. Actually, I also got the Centaurus Wolf Megazord since that was released over here.
Oh yeah.
Gold and silver morpher.
That still pisses me off since the Centaurus Wolf Megazord was only released in the UK. I was like, that was the dumbest thing ever.
It also doesn't help that Mecha line was really fragile too. It wasn't super fragile, but it was fragile enough that once a clip broke, it actually completely messed up the structural integrity of those things.
No, I still have my Titan and Centaurus Wolf. I know. I could have owned the Trevelyan. What was his Mystic Force name?
Solar Streak
Trainer.
Megazord.
Solar Streak. Yeah, I could have owned that, but I got the dual drive instead because I had the drive max.
Yeah.
I still want. Wait, what was it called? Sky Shift Morpher.
Yeah. Here is a picture of the North American one. It was released on a bubble card, sold at Disney stores, and it was just a piece of plastic that did nothing. You could attach the sword.
I'm gonna pull this up on the stream just because I have this, but I threw it in a bin like years ago. Once I got the Japanese one, that was it. I didn't ever need to.
Here's the UK one. The sword was actually the sword actually still fits in my hand.
Okay, that's weird because I saw another photo of the UK one with actual working buttons.
No,
Darkon, I think it was just someone using the Japanese one to control people.
No, the Japanese one doesn't have buttons.
Yeah, the Japanese one didn't have buttons either. It was just a sticker.
Just the
Then if there's one with buttons, that was someone must have made a good custom then.
No,
a video of it too. I don't remember the video. It's been many years, but it
Watch
actually
it was like a toy. Watch it was like a toy fair demo and it got canceled.
The one in the show doesn't even have buttons. It's a sticker. It just has like it has buttons. For when
I just put the biggest image on the live stream of this really terrible Disney Store toy.
Yeah, that thing is awful.
I'm curious what this looks like. Actually, I'm gonna check the stream.
Yeah.
Thing is, the UK one is whatchamacallit. So you put the soul in. You know how like the Bear V soul was the only one that made a new sound?
Yeah, because of the little clip thing.
Yeah. You put in the morph one, you just get the morphing sound. And I don't remember what you get when you push the button in the back, but I'm pretty sure you just get the propeller braids. But when you put like a Torip soul in, I refuse to call them anything else. It added like you were in like a cockpit or something, and you could push the button to fire. I wish I had it handy on me to show you, but then the Cloud Hatchet was just a button. Like, I think the dial was an actual on and off button, if I remember correctly. But the switches didn't do anything. But if you held down the button, it would go through the mission 1, mission 2, mission 3. And
looks like UK also got another version with those one of those disc spinning things.
Oh, yeah, that was supposed to come out in the US, but it got canceled.
I don't remember. I think I saw that actually. But like, the thing is, one thing that really annoyed me, I loved it in the show when they just like slide the sword onto the grip. But the toy was just like 2 clips you just slammed on, and immediately it does the final attack, like standby noise. I actually enjoyed it, but like I only bought it for the toilet soul. But basically, I bought everything to get all the souls until I had to get 2 more of the morphing wheels, and I just didn't want to buy them.
Oh yeah, here's the one I was talking about. It's one of those disc spinning ones.
Yeah, I never problem with those. Like for example, I usually just get the Megazords. When I was younger, I didn't even get the figures because the figures kind of on me. So, like, you know how their legs are quite fragile or arms. So, like, for example, I got the Morphers. I also got the Nitro Sword. I got the Gold Ranger that turns into the wheel, and like, it just wasn't worth getting the soul. And then especially because the ones that came with the wheels were thicker, meaning they didn't actually fit in the boards. And T-Line and K-Line, their slots were smaller. So, does that make any sense here? Or...
Yeah, because that actually was a big issue, was that they were different sizes for some reason.
So, like, that's why I just stopped and I just, like, kept it at 10. I don't even, like, when I go over and I muck around with them when I'm in Cyprus, I don't actually use the souls, and I'm looking at them like, why did I buy you? Why did I buy all this extra crap for you when I could have spent the money somewhere else? Well, that's like me with most of my things. Actually, this is the one that for example, they wanted me to buy 2 more of these things to get the 12 and 11 souls.
Oh yeah, those things, yeah. I remember in America we never got the last ones.
Yeah, I think the last wave was... I checked on the website, actually. I know Blue T-Rex, and I don't know the last one.
Oh, since living in the UK, how bad was the situation with the Larn figure?
I wasn't here when that happened, to be honest.
Oh yeah, because that was a disaster when they released it over in the UK as well, and North America got totally chipped out of that.
Yeah, we got nothing. Like, oh, mystery figure. I'm like, cool, but is anyone ever gonna get it or?
What were those wheel things called? Because I'm actually trying to find it. I actually don't know the actual name of it.
The Warrior
You mean
Wheel?
Go?
No, not the
You
Warrior.
mean Go Rotor GT?
Yeah, they go like those.
Yeah, then the ones
figures.
they made that were the Rangers.
Yeah, so I think the first wave was red, black, and gold. Red, gold, and Go Rotor were the first wave, and then black, blue, and T-Rex were the second wave. But black, actually, I'm trying to think what black came with. So I know I just had a picture of it. I like how I'm talking about these toys that no one cares a shit about.
That's kind of our whole thing, though. So it's not out of place.
Yeah, like Soundout. He's like, I need to buy these Marvel Legends and do a video on them, and we're like, no, you don't.
And I didn't.
I need to buy these. I need to buy these Progress keys.
Yeah, that's more accurate. No, because I actually didn't buy. I only bought 50 Legends this year, which is super low considering they put out like 130. And that's why I'm making all these title cards, because the video is going to be a damn slideshow. But a lot of people were asking about it, so I'm like, okay, I figured out a way to do it, which is called just slideshow it.
Oh, I know to make this easier for
Hey, but at least Soundout didn't buy the most useless gimmick ever in Kamen Rider Wonder Ride books.
I know I have a candy toy one
Seahorse.
because of the.
I actually really like the Wonder Ride books, but
They seem to be like the dumbest gimmick they've made, I think, in the last.
Wait, one more thought about the wheel things. Black came with the final attack blasting soul. Red came with the same one. I think, are they the same one?
Oh, there's the pink.
Like which one? Which is the one that had the V on it? Actually, let me send the picture. What soul was this? Because it looked like
The Victory
it
Soul?
looks like. And this is the one that comes with red. I don't remember which one's which.
Oh, it's that special one from Go Anja, but I forgot what the thing did.
I can't remember either.
He's talking about the racing stripes one with the.
It's the one with the V. It's the one with the V was like the fuel soul that was like used in one episode of Ganja, but then was used as a joke.
I think it was the recharge soul.
Yeah, that's the one. That's the one. Recharge. That's the right term.
Yeah.
So I didn't. I wish I could. Oh, I can get Go Rotor GT, the RPM version for like £16. Because someone says that selling it in box for £16 hasn't moved on eBay since August. But I want to try and get the Lightning collection, and hopefully they don't break on me. Oh yeah, my Dinosaur the white helmet came in finally, so I need to try and paint his hands now.
Oh yeah, Hans.
The thing is, right, this is what bothers me with I don't mind with them being wrong per se. Something like how the Zero Rangers have blue and green have silver trims, but red has a white trim on the visor.
Yeah.
For the Dino Charge Thunder annoys me because red's missing the gold on his collar, but blue has it. But the gold on the collar is really hard to do, and I can't paint for shit.
We just want if it's gonna be missing a detail, we want it to be consistent.
Yeah, exactly. The white on the gloves, I can do that easily. Something easy to do, I don't mind doing it myself. But harder ones, for example, I'm not sure if you realize, but the other Zero Rangers, as on blue, are missing the gold on their cuffs.
Also, full disclosure to anyone watching the stream, I do not know the first appearance dates of all these characters offhand. I'm looking them up in a window that's not displayed on the screen.
The plot twist is he knows only a few of them.
I know like Doctor Doom and the Fantastic Four and Storm, Wolverine.
The Dingo Kid.
Who?
I don't know.
This is DC. We don't talk about what I know about DC.
Actually, talking about things that I haven't seen in stores, Beast Morphers over here, I know that has been having issues. I seen the first wave of figures, steals in like a shop called TK Maxx, which are the most inconsistent with toys. As in, you go there.
It's because they're a discount chain. It's basically they take whatever stock is left from other stores that they don't want.
The only good thing is, because there's so many discount stores, they're roughly around the same chain, so if people find it at one store, there's a chance you'll find it in another version of the store.
Like someone on a UK group found steel, and I'm like, okay, I actually want a steel figure, but I can't, like the actual steel Beast Bot. And
Yeah.
I went to the two near me, and there's nothing. I could check again soon, but for example, there's a woman down my road that's selling Power Ranger stuff. I bought my Lightning Collection of Shadow Ranger from her, which I got 2 of. That's different stuff. That's basically one broke. I went back to her, and she was like, okay, just here's a new one, but keep the broken one. So I did, actually, I'm going to finish the story, actually. So what I did was, with the broken one, I contacted Hasbro and said, do something. And they're like, oh, go back to the person you bought it from. They should return it, act to law, blah, blah, blah. But I was like, yeah, but this figure broke because of tight joints. If you fix the joints in your factory, I wouldn't be here. And they sent me a free Dino Charge Red, which was secondhand. I think there's like a massive scratch on his T-Rex thing. But
Wow.
considering I couldn't find Dino Charge Red, I didn't care. Like, for example, his arms don't move out, and I'm like, I'll choose the butterfly joint and cool. Like, I can still do his
I like how you're telling me they sent you a second-hand thing when I told them, yo, you guys got an issue here. They were sending me straight new product from the factories.
They're supposed to be, but that's weird about the second-hand one.
I guess it's the difference between Hasbro UK and Hasbro US.
I could
I
try
guess so.
again. I could try again, but like I kind of wanted one already. But
I'm guessing Hasbro UK is just like, oh you filthy people over the pond. You get what you get and you like it.
Because like the box actually kind of came a bit destroyed, but I'm like, it's a free figure. So I think I saw a reviewer was talking about it. Basically, he bought a dino. He bought a white Morphin. It had loose joints. He bought a new one, but when he bought the new one, he contacted Hasbro, and they sent him a third Mighty Morphin White. This is when they
look,
first
it Soundout's new favorite Star Wars character, Mercedes Renato.
It's considering that it's
Wait, what?
You know, because Sasha Banks used her real name, Mercedes Renato.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Like, it's your new favorite Star Wars character, Mercedes Renato.
Considering that the Dino Charge Red is out.
Bo-Katan's sidekick.
Oh yeah.
Considering it's out of print, I didn't really care. And like now, like for example, I'm trying to go backtrack and get some lightning that I need, that I want.
What's good about the Lightning Collection compared to literally every other line? It seems that Hasbro's at least trying to keep up with like possibly reissuing older figures. So, I've never seen them kind of on point. They don't release as much as other lines, but at least they're trying their best to get product out.
Like
unlike G.I. Joe.
I'm waiting. Like for example, Zeo. I'm not sure. Have you guys seen the new codes that were shown? Apparently, Zeo Yellow is in wave 10 now. Actually, let me try and pull up the list. Actually,
yeah, I don't keep up with the code name stuff.
The code names. Everyone who takes like an interest in the code names are like really hilarious because they're like, it's obviously this one. When you use the code, it's this character, and then they come.
I mean, they're right like 9 times out of 10.
I know, but I just find it funny when people are like, it's obviously this, this, and this.
Like, for example, if it's like easier than like season, color, everyone can work that out. For example, the new 2-pack, it's clearly in space blue. I think versus like the silver, for instance. Because like one thing with the verse is that like people don't really understand is that it's meant to be an actual versus. It ain't just, for example, Eclipto versus Ninja Storm Red. It actually needs to make sense.
Yeah.
So I don't know what there's a Mighty Morphin one. I don't know what it is. But for example, I think they said like In Space Black is going to be in Wave 9 now.
Something like that.
Which I'm really I'm really curious because SPD Green I want either way. I'm really curious how they're going to do Lost Galaxy Blue because I want to know if they're doing the Quasar Saber or the Quasar Launcher or both.
It better be both.
It'd probably just be maybe the Saber, but it's weird that they messed up with the launcher that time.
I'm hoping the Saber.
like-
I'm hoping the Saber is there and it's hidden in the box, and we just don't know it because they didn't take a picture of it. That's my optimistic hope because like it makes no sense to not include both.
I mean, it's pretty funny because we were kind of skeptical, like especially a lot of people were skeptical when Dino Thunder Red and all the shit. It's like, oh look, there might be something hidden in the box.
Oh,
but
yeah,
because we were burned before when it didn't have it, like Zeo Blue had no weapons, we thought maybe it wouldn't have it. But he comes out, oh look, he actually does have the weapon.
I remember this. I want to reiterate what they said. It was like, oh, next up is Connor from Dino Thunder. Oh, he comes with his Max Blaster. He comes with his Thunder Max Saber. We've made a brand new effects part for his Thunder Max Saber. Next picture. Oh yeah, and he comes with the staff. Okay, so
I remember because the whole chat was shouting "No staff, no buy." That became like people were chanting "No staff, no buy."
The way they said it, and they kind of whispered it in. I was laughing, and I was like, "Oh my god, this is so." It looks like trash. It's not painted, but like at least
it's painted enough. I mean, it's not all the detail, of course.
At least it's there.
But the thing is, Ethan with his shield's painted like all near perfectly.
That's why they were able to put the collar in because they noticed people were complaining.
And the thing is, I don't mind. For example, Dino Thunder, they all have silver visors. If Kira has a white visor, I riot. But for example, Blue's missing the white on his glove and gold on his gun, the tips. I don't mind the gold on the tips and the white on his hands. I can paint myself, but like, for example, the shield being painted, like I'll take that hit.
Mm-hmm.
SPD bothers me a bit because after going back and looking at the suits, the visor has a white trim and on the side is a silver trim, and the three figures we have do not even match with each other. Like,
I was really worried about the SPD team because especially when you saw with the Ranger keys, some of them, like even in Japan, some of them had the stripes on those symbols on the bodies. I was really worried about I was going to transition the problem as well in the Lightning collection. So
no, basically the first deck of red keys had no trim, but once they, like halfway through Gokaiger, they started releasing teams in like Gashapon and Ranger key sets.
Yeah, they
re-released Deca Red in the Deca Ranger set, and they trimmed in his one. It's the American Ranger keys that they didn't do red and blue. They didn't put the white on it.
Yeah,
which is like, for example, like the two like Sky's key just looks crap because it looks like, you know how the Beast Morphers Gold and Silver just have black on their suit, just like in a random shape.
Yeah,
it looks like that. And also, I'm still wondering if we're gonna get like a Beast Morphers Yellow and Silver because like it seems done like we're 2 away.
Yeah, the only reason I understand they're skeptical is because the Lightning collection stuff have not sold because of the basic stuff kind of being kind of like the easier alternative for people. It was a bad decision to release them so close to each other, and then it just kind of implemented each other.
Maybe just Red. Like, for example, I feel like Dino Fury Red will be coming by the end of the year, just at least.
Yeah, I said the Soundout a while ago is that what they should do is just do your main Ranger, your 6th, and if there's like a villain like. So like Guy Sorg or how we had Blaze.
Then maybe after the basics.
Yeah, after the show's over.
Then you do the Lightning.
Well, no. Then afterwards you do the rest of the team.
Yeah.
Do rest of the team. Just do red and do your red and your 6. Do your Guy Sorgs or your Blazes or your Juzos. Stuff like that. Do stuff like that. But then leave the rest of the team for after the show because.
Yeah. Because once you put something, like I said, the second you put an option, people are going to choose an option.
'Cause,
Yeah,
like, for example,
and the best option was the Lightning Collection.
Well, because with Beast
Yeah.
Morphers, people chose the cheaper option.
Yeah.
'cause, like,
This
currently
time it's a
now-
problem because even though the figures are like pretty much all painted, almost no details missing, the weapons are missing.
Mm-hmm.
Which one?
So
The main
the
sword.
basic Dino Fury figures, people
yeah.
thought they were terrible, but literally every detail, like almost 99% of detail,
I
are
think
actually
the
all
next-
painted on this
next
time.
off-
It's just they're missing their weapons.
A blue Dino Fury Blue has like a mess up on his head, and then it's silver, which should be blue. And I think their collars are the wrong color, but that's that and the weapons. Like, the thing is, like, for example, I have Lightning Collection Gold and Red Beast Morphers. I ordered blue by accident, but I was drunk on Christmas Day, which I'm not going to talk about that. He was cheap. He was like a £12 ship, and I was like, okay, good. The person down the road who told me Shadow has the basic silver and yellow, which yellow you can't get in stores anymore. Silver you could never get in stores, so I have to like jump on that at some point.
Yeah.
But like I'm gonna wait until like closer when blue comes. So like, I think I don't mind the basic ones because they scale like pretty well.
Yeah, they still scale regardless. Yeah.
Like it'll bother me. For example, I want to steel, and if I just get basic steel, I need yellow then. Like
Yeah.
it's gonna be like it's an easy team to fix. So I like, unless I like the Dino Fury Rangers, I'm not really sold on the Dino Fury figures since I don't really care for Ryu Soldier. Don't know how controversial you guys will take that.
We don't care for Ryu
No,
Soldier that
nobody
much
really
either.
likes Ryu Soldier that much. I think Darkon likes
I
it
like
the
Ryu
most.
Soldier, but I don't love Ryu Soldier.
Yeah, Darkon's like the one that likes it the most, but it's still pretty low on.
I still love the series.
Like, for me,
It's
just
not like the
this-
people that will attack you if you say anything negative about it ever.
It turns up the more.
You know
powerful
what-
stuff.
Soundout. You gotta be correct. They won't attack him for at least the next 7 years.
Mhm.
No.
Remember, they'll change the minds
no,
on
like-
Ryu Soldier in 7 years.
No, as in like generally the Ryu Soldier fans are so like I wouldn't even say toxic. It's just like
They're hostile.
no, as in like when the Pounder hype were like
Wait,
live
there
tweets of Ryu Soldier.
actually are Ryu Soldier fans?
Oh
that's
no,
just-
there's
yeah,
a
it's just
ton of them. Well,
No,
maybe
they're
there's
like
not a ton of them,
special
but
ever.
every
Everyone
single
goes
one of
to-
them is like incredibly hostile. Because the thing is that like basically anyone that says anything bad about the show, they'll show up in their mentions and just talk about how it's like the greatest thing ever.
Listen,
It's
Wait, they
Ryu
will?
Soldier fans-
I gotta try that now. I just gotta put a tweet out and see if it
just
happens.
go
So,
out.
yeah, it seems like those fans are hostile. The toxic fans are the Gokai fans. They are the toxic fans.
Oh yeah, Gokaiger fans are my most hated of
They are the
Sentai
toxic
fans.
ones.
What do you like the hype? The
I,
Pounder
I,
hype.
hate
When I
Go-
was
I
like,
literally hate Gokaiger fans. They're like the dumbest of the Sentai fans.
wait, hold that thought. You know when the person that was like live tweeting like Sentai and Power Rangers this year, he's done it with Ryu Soldier, and it was like, oh, imagine this in Dino Fury. Oh, imagine this in Dino Fury. I'm like, that's not how you watch a fucking show. Sorry for swearing. I don't know.
I mean,
are we allowed to?
that's how I've always watched certain Sentais. Imagine seeing this in a
No,
Power
the
Ranger
thing is like,
show.
oh my god, I said something bad about Ryu Soldier. I got so much. I got so attacked. I'm like, the conversation ended. Keep in mind when I said this. Explain to me why Nada's death wasn't stupid. Listen, but Nada got stabbed in the chest. He was bleeding. Ko wanted to try and use the shining sword. I don't know what the hell it's called in Japanese to heal him. Keep in mind, the Ryusoken takes how many chomps to use? Like, you put it in, and you chomp once or twice, and you've activated it to heal. No, Nada pushes the soul away or throws. I can't remember what he did, and says.
No, he just says no while Ko just holds it.
Yeah, it's like, bro, he could save you within seconds, but no, you want you to die. And I'm like, how? Like people are like, oh, so emotional, oh, so this, so that. I'm like, it's so stupid. If you want to see a character die and it's beautifully emotional, Upper Killer. I don't even like Upper Ranger.
Anybody in Agito.
Like for example, do you guys like Shoe Ranger by any chance?
Oh no.
Yeah, True Ranger's alright.
It's alright.
No, okay. I don't like it. But basically, the one thing I would say about that show that I liked, Burai's death, the story was there for his death, and then how he you know how he cared more
Yeah,
about the kid.
he literally wasted a day with a kid who just needed to get his tonsils taken out.
You know, as in like, as in he was going to die, as in because you know how the rubble like fell on him.
No, Wheels, could you tell him the tweet we sent her? I told you to send her.
Yeah.
What she thought?
Yeah, and she liked it. She thought, yeah, spending a day with her would be better than hanging out with some sick kid.
You're welcome, Wheels.
Actually, you're the one who tweeted it, though.
I was saying that you were talking about
Did I?
Kaiju fans.
Yeah, you were the one who was tweeting it.
Kaiju is the overrated Sentai, but like in my opinion, it backs itself.
No, Gokaiger can't balance itself because the problem is that at times they didn't know what the hell they were doing. They were like, are we a story or are we just a giant, like a recap?
Yeah,
of
to be honest, what's funny, the only reason why Gokaiger is, well, when you compare it with, at least when you compare it with Sentai and Power Rangers, it is the most balanced in the sense of both Sentai and Power Ranger teams barely wondered to make it an actual anniversary series, because even America messed that up too.
No, the thing is, do you know about behind the scenes about that by any chance?
Yeah.
Yep, we
About,
lived it.
Ninja Red / I don't want to say his actor's name.
Yeah, the guy that we met.
The coolest
the
guy we
you
ever met.
Basically, yeah. He basically made a whole thing about like actors coming back. So like, just
Well, because it was because of the earthquake and the tsunami.
yeah.
Yeah, it
So,
was
like,
really because of
like,
that stuff.
I still love Gokaiger either way. Like, I know it's not the best, but like it is
It was
overhyped.
fun.
Yeah, that's my problem, is that it was fun, but there was no, like, it felt like there was really no substance.
It's not greatest Sentai of all time.
Yeah.
It's not the greatest sense of all time, but like it's a good like minus Jetman. You may not get like okay, 'cause I think Time Ranger as well actually.
Yeah, Time Ranger and Jetman, you require the shows to get. No, okay. Here's the better part. Like Jetman, everyone knows that Black Condor dies, but with Time Ranger, a lot of people forget Domon had a kid, but a lot of people forget that Time Ranger's ending doesn't make fucking sense.
Chill.
Time Ranger's ending makes no sense because the problem with Time Ranger is they erased themselves from existence. So the only thing that makes sense is the theory is because he technically knocked up Hanomi in the past, he somehow actually laid the seeds for a predestined paradox to make it that their timeline would still exist.
Do you remember?
It's all because of Domon getting his dick wet.
Do you remember what the person said to them as before it? Like I think it was either before or after they went into the past. Don't change anything.
Mm-hmm.
That's still the funniest line.
How does that work
okay,
when there's
I'm gonna say this, but keep in mind, I'm pretty sure Domon's actually my favorite Sentai. Like,
Domon from Time Ranger is one of the best Time Ranger characters. He's one of the best Sentai characters.
Yeah, Sentai characters, exactly. Like easily top 5, easily.
Very well written.
But the thing is, right? But the thing is, I don't want to say because I know Soundout hasn't seen Time Ranger, and I'm trying to get him to.
Oh no, he already knows all the spoilers from me and Metal discussing it.
This is why I don't like talking about shows with Wheels before I've finished them, because he will tell me all the spoilers.
With me, at least I try to sugarcoat it. At least with Fies, I actually have to tell you because like you know how I can rant for like hours about Fies, but I
ranted for hours about Fies, and I only ever watched 5 episodes.
The thing is,
I'm gonna finish it this year though. It's happening.
Yes. What was I saying about Time Ranger? No, the thing is, when I went back into the past, the future, the first time, they mentioned how they kind of changed everything. For example, ISA's illness has a medication.
Yeah, because they ripped that storyline off of Starboy from DC.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, the best way to like erasing themselves from existence, I wouldn't say so. But now you make me think about it.
Yeah, no, they did. Because remember, they all rather than them just going back to their time, they literally like were erased, like it was the photo in Back to the Future.
Because when I first saw that when I was younger, I thought they died.
Yeah, they erased them. Like they essentially, when they did that, they erased themselves. When you watch it,
but we don't
with the photograph.
I think okay, Domon lives.
So, like, technically, Domon shouldn't even have the memories of what he did in the past. But he did.
But technically, then why would the Time Ranger powers exist?
That's why it makes no sense. This is one of those things where Toei
But
didn't.
then what is it? But yet again, SPD in Megaforce.
That's one of those things of that Toei sometimes doesn't check their own plot holes.
Like, actually, what would you say is your like top 5 Sentais?
Oh, he's thinking deep. He went silent.
Top 5, there's a problem because like.
Or top, whatever your favorites.
Because the problem is it's hard to do it because I have to do it by like usually the eras because it's hard.
Just do the first 5 that come into your mind that you like.
Because when I do this,
Just say your favorites. I don't really care about
because when I think about like the 5 that I think that are great, it's usually like from more of the more modern era, probably like in the last 10, 12 years, Shinkenger, Gal Ranger, Jetman, Live Man, Ginga Man.
Another Ginga Man like it. Ginga Man was like my first show that I saw that was like proper old. Like keep in mind, the oldest thing I saw by that point was Magi Ranger. So a couple of years ago, so like I watched Ginga Man. Like Hugo's like one of my favorite Six Rangers. Yeah, Hugo's a Six Ranger the same way Mike is a Six Ranger, but Bull Black.
Hugo's Bangai hero, not a Sixth Ranger.
No. The Magnum Defender / Bull Black is a extra hero.
Yes, he's Bangai.
Hugo and Mike is basically the Six. That's the way I.
Oh no, they are because of what they do. But the problem, the whole bullshit is they are literally not suits.
Yeah, I didn't like the way. Actually, it sounds really weird coming out loud. Think about it this way: the reason why there's no helmet there's no Mike head in the Magnum Defender suit.
They never took off the helmets.
Yeah, because the Magnum Defender suit is like his skin because the Magnum Defender.
That's him. He's like an Ultraman. That's his body.
That's his body. That's his body. He has no underneath thing. So basically, Mike wears his skin. Or Hugo wears his skin, yeah. Depending which way you want to view it. So for me,
like I think I wrote a tweet sound out right that I wrote if a Sentai season ends in a man, you're usually gonna get a great time.
That always sounds so dirtier than it actually is.
Wait, what sound out?
It always sounds so dirtier than it actually is.
I know, but if it ends with man, you're because like if you think about it, there's Jetman, Live Man, and Ginga Man. Was there any other Mask Man? And Mask Man, if I recall, is actually another good season.
Because technically Mask Man should be 5 man. They have 5 on their logo.
I think the only bad man show is 5 Man. It's the only show with man in it that's
but
like
it's not even that bad. It's just
it's just fucking asinine. 5
It's
Man
hilarious, but it's
fucking
good, but it's not great.
Apparently, Mask Man is like what I've heard is it's really red focused and it's like confusing and boring, like a bit like Spies at some point, but like the whole show. I want to watch it.
If I recall, wasn't one of Mask Man's biggest problems though because they were having a budget issue in that year?
They couldn't do much using aura power, because of the special effects.
Yeah, they took budget away to make Commander Black.
Because if I recall, wasn't one of Mask Man's biggest problems too? Was like it was also the Toy Factory production changed at the time.
But the robots were great though. I love it.
Like then wasn't there a change from Poppy or whatever?
It doesn't help like in comparison, the 5-man mecha is still one of the most fragile mechas ever created.
The 5-man came like 2 years later though.
So for those of you checking out our stream, I'm currently opening toys because I got to work on these Marvel Legends shells. So
hey, Darkon, maybe not keep sending Soundout messages.
It pops up.
Yeah.
I put myself on airplane mode though, so that should hopefully keep it down.
Yeah. No,
but I'm essentially using my phone camera as an extension to the.
Yeah, I see your.
Yeah, like I literally see Darkon complaining about Dark Bebo's birthday.
Talking about 5-man, I finished it the day before New Year's.
Oh boy.
Darkon's watching it right now.
I okay, I'll say it's C. It's not bad. I don't get the hate. I really don't get the hate.
Oh, it's just because it's just so fucking asimine for most of the show.
It's a little weird. It's a little weird.
I enjoyed it. Like, in my opinion, Remy's my favorite. But in my opinion, Gaku feels like Matsui 005. If he didn't drink like 20 cans of monster a day.
Like the legitimate problem I have with Five Man Product understands it because like when you watch all the plots, they are so nonsensical. They are legitimately so nonsensical. They don't even feel like it's supposed to be like it's like the joke everyone says Car Ranger's the perfect parody. Well then Five Man's the worst parody of Sentai tropes, where it was like I'm a cyborg, a vampire cyborg, then like that oh my god, the vampire cyborg.
Don't forget,
let's take over the world with alcohol.
The main villain is the spaceship, who actually was a woman.
Who is actually a giant kaiju.
I really like that, to be honest. I hate how they killed him, but I really like how the ship was playing mind games.
Volgare was awesome, but like I just hate the fact that all the generals were like really dumb. Like it was like it was one of those ones where I feel like Sentai deliberately tried to be like a super comedy show, but because of that. It was just so a giant mushroom Godzilla wannabe with his nose hairs like as a mustache.
You know there's some.
Wait, are you talking about like the Dongoros? I think of was Dongoros.
Yeah.
Sometimes when I say these names, they sound. I know how to say them. They just don't sound right when I say them. Because
remember the joke when we made fun of the gap in Billion's teeth? We said that gap. The gap between his buck teeth is the gateway to the Shadow Realm.
Yep.
No, I mean, okay. My favorite out of the bad guys was Chevalier, to be honest.
Is that just because he's died from Flash, man?
No, okay. You know me too well. No, I think, okay, besides from that, Billion, I wanted more out of him, but the one that he felt like did the most was Dodora. The one that looks like Scorpino the First.
Yeah, like she did a lot of the work, but Billion had the better outfit.
Actually, yeah, exactly. But the thing is, the chick that worked with Dodora and like fused with
her weird lesbian lover slash oil.
Like for example, have you seen Flashman? Remember the two wolf? I think it was Wolf and Kilk.
The cat lesbians.
Yeah, she felt like that, but worse.
Yeah.
But like, I think Goa are.
Soundout, you have such an old man curly hairstyle. It's so weird.
It's because of my mixed DNA.
You have such
Mexico. Don't forget.
You have such a like old man hairstyle. It's not even funny.
It's also because I haven't had a haircut in like 2 months.
No, but I'm just saying it's just so adorably awkward. It's
because of the Mexican DNA in me. It does not straighten at all.
You just you literally walk around looking like you're an older man, like with the hairstyle. You literally look like you just had your first grandchild.
I think it's subconsciously because I've always been underestimated because I was always the young one. So
you're still the one though. You just now look like the young one with an old man face.
I know. It's also because I haven't shaved in a week or two.
Like you literally look like a late 70s, early 80s. Like
I'm getting roasted more here than on my 10th anniversary live stream.
Well, yeah.
I think
at least you don't have that horrible beard that scared me that one night.
Oh no, yeah.
Just go away.
I did scare you that night.
The greatest anti-villain is Dr. Kemp.
Oh, he's great.
I know that. I'm pleased to say, until Soundout reminded me Changealian, wow, is a thing. I've seen all of his Sentai roles. Mm-hmm. I'm proud to say that. Like, for example,
but have you seen all of his anime roles? When I mean anime, I just mean Dagwon.
Let me check that actually.
Dagwon is like a Sentai if it was an anime.
My favorite part is the one episode where he's just like, "Here, let me go take the child and train him," and we're like, "No, that's the worst thing you could do. Don't leave Yutaka Hirose with this child."
I like when I say he like all his roles are immediately good. I said my favorite is Tranza.
Tranza's his best role, man. It's like his great. Like Kemp. The problem with Kemp is just a veiny little bitch sometimes who's a little too whiny. But then there's Lei Wanda and Tranza who are like actually like.
Jin.
No, okay, Lei Wanda.
Yeah, Jin's great too.
Jin.
No, I rank them as Tranza, Kemp, Jin, Wanda. But even Wanda's a good villain. I think with Wanda, I preferred Dinah Pink. I prefer Dinah Pink. Can't remember the leopard girl. Can't remember her name. I'll sound like an idiot if I tried to say it. Basically,
and it can't be as bad as Kuchika.
Pardon?
It can't be as bad as Kuchika.
What's Kuchika?
Dark God never saw how to spell Kuchiki. He never actually saw. He would know the character if you were watching Bleach. So he'd be like, "Oh, that's Byakuya Kuchiki," but he never saw how they actually spelt the surname. So one day he was reading a Bleach synopsis and he said Kuchika, and we were like, "That's Kuchiki." He's like, "Oh shit, that's how you spell it."
I've been through that. And I think one more thing about Five Fans. We did not talk about the one that I hated the most, Kuroa. He's legit one of the worst anti-villains I've seen because he went from super to the point where he almost killed Ken and Gaku to toilet duty. And his death, I was crying and laughing, basically. Because if you remember the way he died in the end of the show with the Meadows coffin.
Uh-huh.
The ending of Five Man didn't annoy. Basically, the ending of Five Man is preparation for what they did in Go-Go 5. I think Go-Go 5, they actually thought their mother at the end.
Yeah, here's the funny thing too: is Go-Go 5 is probably the best family Sentai, and I still don't really like family Sentais.
So what do you think of Magi Ranger then?
I what?
Magi Ranger.
Yeah.
For those on the stream and those checking it out, I want to see this giant cube of tack I have. It is.
Did you get the can of beams claws yet?
I haven't, but I just wanted to show off how much tack was on these figures when I had to take them off the shelf to reorganize.
When it comes to, I think, Sentais that do the family trope, I think Go-Go 5 is probably the best, then Magi Ranger, but I don't like the aesthetic of family Sentais. I think the best family aesthetic was technically Ninja, but it's also the worst.
It's because the fucking red is terrible.
Well, no, it's just the entire show is terrible, but they did it the best where they're like, okay, so we're a family, right? But we're not all siblings. We're 2 siblings and 3 cousins.
That way they could do an incest storyline without it being creepy.
Yeah, that's how they were able to get away with it without it being creepy, even though it's still creepy to the Western
world. Guys, don't forget the Shivas in Power Ranger Samurai.
Yes.
We didn't know they were. If we didn't know that the whole backstory of the 2 Red Rangers, I'm like, oh look, they're probably banging. Oh wait, they're actually related.
Yeah, Samurai was really bad with subtext.
Hey guys, get ready for when Soundout has the entire shelf fall on.
That's why we're live streaming this.
We had to watch a man die live on air.
It's for the insurance. On the figures, not on me. I'm not worth as much as
Soundout, you might want to write your will live on air, where we get your stuff.
No, I already did that. We did that when I thought I was going to get swatted.
Mine was already made, but then there's a provision though. You have to sell half my stuff, and it has to go to charity for animals.
I like it.
Yeah, we'll think about that.
Well, you won't get anything if you don't do it. And I have a lot of stuff. You're free to keep stuff, but yeah, you have to sell at least half. It goes to charity.
I know that me and I know that it's going to be hard. One of you guys actually going to have to come here and get the stuff and then split it between the people.
Yes, split it between the people.
First come, first serve.
It's not first come, first serve. There's specific things that have to go to people.
I think me and Soundout are already booked flights in advance. Oh, God.
We'll come for the funeral, but mostly the stuff.
As long as you don't record a video whale where you start singing "I'm too sexy for my shirt."
I don't. Wait, who did that? Who did that?
Excuse me.
Remember basketball when the owner of the beers, he had a video whale, and he does that to leave the room, and he sings to fucking Trey Parker.
Nah, I don't remember that.
Oh man, you need to watch it.
So I found out something pretty funny though, Project, that I got to show you later. But supposedly, Bruce Pritchard was telling a story about when Vince McMahon was watching South Park and could not comprehend what was going on, and he's like literally asked. Yeah, and they were making fun of it because he was like Bruce Pritchard's telling the story about how people make fun of Vince trying to understand South Park back in the day, and he's like, "Who's Kenny? They just killed him. Wait, why'd they make a character just to kill off?" I'm like, "That's the joke, Vince." And Vince is like, "I don't get this." And like he's trying to comprehend why South Park was funny, while Bruce Pritchard and the rest of the guys are like laughing their asses off. Like, so somehow Vince McMahon was so out of touch, Project, that Pat Patterson tried to explain it to him. He could understand it.
All right, Soundout, are you picking up the House of X-Wave?
Yes.
All of it?
Yes, I am, because I like the new comics, and I want the figures.
I don't get the comics, but I like the figures.
The Marvel Girl's going in this giant size display, though, not a modern display.
All right, wait.
I don't want anything in that wave, I don't think, except for Moira.
Moira is amazing. I can't believe they're actually making that figure.
He's probably the best figure in that wave.
I still can't believe Hasbro was able to release a figure with parts of the alternate jacket. That's impossible.
Took them long enough, right?
Yeah, they kept saying they couldn't do that because it was too costly, and I'm just like, really?
That's a lie.
Here we go.
I'm like looking at my invisible woman with her permanent half-invisible arm, wondering, why, Hasbro? Why?
That's why I'm sitting here going, why can't they just do that with the Dino Thunder figures for Super Dino mode? And I'm like, oh yeah, their shoulders.
Hey, Soundout, is that thing from the same wave, the Walmart one, or is that the other one?
Wait, which one?
The thing in your Fantastic Four.
This one?
That's the Walgreens one.
It's the Walgreens one.
Which is better, the Walgreens one or the Super Skrull one?
This one's not on a shelf.
The Walgreens one is better because they actually put in the details. The Super Skrull one, they kind of cheaped out.
I want the belt to put on the, what's it called, the Walgreens one, though. That belt adds a lot.
It does.
Yeah.
I can always get a customizer to... I want from a customizer.
I mean, I'm a customizer here with my giant size Wolverine, which is really I just put a normal Wolverine head on the first appearance. Actually, I can zoom into that.
Dude, that's what I did. I did the, what's it called? You know, the 3-pack Wolverine face.
Yep.
And the hood. I just put it on the first appearance. You did the other way. You did that masked one.
Yeah, because I couldn't find the unmasked head. All right, one shelf is secure. I don't have to do anything with Fantastic Four because they're on a Tamashi stage. Actually, I should track down Stanley. He's unstable.
Oh, I see Dupe.
Yes, you do. That's the old Toy Biz one.
I know.
I bought him at a comic shop.
The Dupe is still expensive.
Yeah, you know.
Let's get some Tokusatsu stuff out.
I'm working on the Marvel shelf.
You know that's the shelf that's gonna kill him, right?
Yeah. That's why I want
to
get
the Tokusatsu shelf is in the back. I'd have to live stream off the phone exclusively in order to actually work that.
We want to see him die, don't we?
Well, not on air.
Hey, it makes for some great views and sympathy for Hero Club.
He can go off screen.
The only Tokusatsu stuff I have in here is my 01 belts. Stanley's feet are so terrible. I can't believe this. Of like how freaking curved the feet are.
That's why I keep them in bucks.
The figure is nice and the overall design is nice, but I think it suffered from major mold degradation. That's why mine's really loose as well.
Yeah, it's not even that. It's just like it's the fact his feet go up at like a 90-degree curve.
Mine literally shakes like bobbling. The entire legs are bobbling and everything. I think it had some major mold degradation.
Question. I kind of left for a bit. I spoiled the kettle. What did I miss? Last thing I heard was
talking about
you're
Stanley's
about
feet.
You said that ninjas like it's still bad or something.
I was just saying that Ninja, while having the best family aesthetic, gets the worst of the family Sentais.
Here, guys, look at my recent Tokusatsu shit mechanic.
Yeah, because the two kids of the family are the most obnoxious characters in the show.
Oh my god, Red and White.
Oh my god.
I want to drop kick Red because in his universe he marries Chihiro Yamamoto.
Like,
Think
oh my
about
god,
it, why does Chihiro
my
Yamamoto
phone
do
screen
that?
went dark and the camera froze with just Izu. It is glorious. I'm just gonna leave it like that for a minute.
What happened?
If you check out the stream, my phone screen went off, so the camera froze, and it's just frozen on Izu.
Oh, you got the figure.
Yeah,
Sweet.
she showed up today.
How much is that?
Seconds later, it loads, and why is she glowing red? Oh no!
Secret
Well,
Azu
Soundout
figure.
is dead.
The thing is, right.
I'll be right back.
I kind of just want a easy figure because I really do like the actress and that character. I want to say this. I'm not a stickler when it comes to acting. Like, I don't inherently see. Actually, what's the best way to say it? A good actor's a good actor, but like the ones that you notice are the bad actors. If that makes sense. But like Izu and Fua in particular, are like some of the best, like over average acting I've seen in a while.
I'm gonna put Izu in the X-Men shelf. And
because she's really a sentinel in disguise. I get it.
yeah, so we're gonna put her with the.
Shouldn't you keep her next to 01?
Hey, Wheels, remember that
Yes,
picture
but
she
for
just
now
posted
she's gonna
online
join
that
the
she dressed
X-Men.
as Izu?
You mean the one from her when she did that commercial for that manga reading app?
That's Super Saiyan Izu.
Hey,
She upgrades. She upgrades.
Soundout. Who else do you have coming in? I thought you had like Jen Burning Falcon, and who else did you order?
Like, have you ever seen that commercial though?
No, I have not. I would like to see it.
Okay, I'm gonna have to go find it again. I love
I
it.
just stepped on the Cerebros that came with the Cuckoos, and they're all bent and whatever. I need to move stuff out of my walk path.
Those claws, man. Get those metal claws, my dude.
Okay, Soundout. Who else did you have ordered for the
I ordered Jin Burning Falcon, Ichigata, and Metal Cluster Hopper.
Oh, I didn't know you ordered Metal Cluster.
I did it on a whim, and I sort of regret it.
While the form literally became useless like episodes later, I still think it's one of the most terrifying to use of all Kamen Rider forms I've ever seen.
It also got used more than Rising Hopper.
Yeah.
I like Metal Cluster Hopper. I actually really do like the suit, but like I hate how the new Saber form. I think it's Dragonic Knight or something. It basically looked like Metal Cluster Hopper, but just with a dragon.
Pretty much.
Which is pretty cool.
For the record, Metal Cluster Hopper is pretty fun to play in the Kamen Rider game, though.
Oh yeah, I forgot Zero One was in the
You're
game.
talking about the Memories of Heroes or whatever it's called?
Yeah, dude, I already beat the game. I'm trying to platinum it right now.
I heard the game was good, but also kind of lackluster. Not as
Oh, no,
lackluster as some other games, but I heard it's kind of that.
You're gonna fall asleep. I beat it in less than 10 hours.
Oh.
Yikes.
It can't. I think it's not worth the price. As in, like, I think $60 to $80. I'm like, it's a one player game.
It's actually kind of cheap for a Japanese game. It is a budget title.
It's a budget title. It does the
As long as you don't get the sound edition, because they overprice those.
Oh God, don't get that. Do not get that. Get the base edition. You don't need anything else.
But see, it feels like a like Smash Bros. Like sort of like rendition where like you have like.
That's the thing is like Smash Brothers in Japan's like 120.
No, I mean like not Smash Bros. Like that. I mean Smash Bros. In like multiple. What's the word? For example, I can have Vulcan versus Delta, for instance.
Oh, like
Basically,
Climax
you just
Heroes.
wanted another Climax Heroes.
But like not with just main and secondary riders.
Oh yeah, Climax Heroes actually had a huge roster on its final game.
Yeah, this one only had like I don't
Which
know,
one's Climax?
6?
Like, is this Climax Heroes the one for Bill?
No, that was Climax Fighters. Climax Heroes was older. I think the last one they did was Wizard.
Because I know, fun fact, a teacher at my college was a huge Rider fan, and like, I borrowed the game. And like, for example, he made me touch a attack sector, so I appreciate whatever he's done for me.
Mm-hmm.
And also,
I mean, I think
actually,
it's
that's
the
another fun
biggest
story.
surprise. That's Climax Heroes Ryuki. I mean, Dragon Knight game for Wii.
no.
Yeah,
Oh,
Dragon Knight
oh,
was a
another
reskinned
thing, something I forgot to
Climax
mention.
Heroes.
Dragon Knight never came out over here. Does never toys, never show, never on TV. Like,
That stinks.
Toei. We should bring Kamen Rider to the West. Also Toei. It's failed 4 times. Why should we bother?
What's funny is, even though it's not, it's technically considered lost media for North America only.
Yeah, it's legally not
Japan.
available anymore, but it's not lost media in the sense of lost media means you can't find it anywhere.
Like, not lost media, period, but at least for international base, it's pretty much close to lost media that we've ever seen.
Yeah, because it in terms of tokusatsu stuff, Mystic Knights is technically more lost media because you can't get good quality of the last. Like, there's only good quality for the first 20 episodes, and there's like a good 50 episodes of that show that you just can't find in good quality. It's
Fast Rider almost was lost media until some gracious person put that all on the net recently.
Mm-hmm. There's somebody that's been working on Mystic Knights using the German DVDs and then mixing them with the English audio, and they've gotten about 20 episodes deep. So hopefully they'll do the other 30.
Because the same people who did the Mass Rider also did Dragon Knight, as in they got the dub and they got the English, they got the American.
Actually, the
voice
Japanese DVD came with the English dub, so that was a straight rip.
That was a direct rip at that point.
That was still a lot of work though, because it's kind of a pain in the ass to rip Japanese DVDs.
Unless it's like on, cause like multiple. I know it's different, but like fan subs, they go on like NYAA and just download like Turbo Ranger, so someone can like. But the people who did 5-Man, if you realise when they shows off the group who subbed its name, it tells you where they got the raw from.
Mm. I realize this stream is mostly just my crotch and toys, so I'm sure it's hitting some kind of demographic.
Hey, don't forget Izu. You put Izu in there.
I did. She's can't even see her because my terrible. I should get this camera higher.
What was the one I wanted to say? Oh yeah, it still took a whole year, and Toei Ranger still ain't subbed.
It's kind of sad how no one's working on it.
Actually, apparently, basically, people don't want to work on it because Wandering Moonbeams is doing it, but they don't give updates.
Yeah, they haven't given an update in forever.
It's like the Phantom version of Aniki cosplay.
Yeah.
Where they show up and then don't answer questions.
The only difference is that no one paid any money for it. At least that we know.
Let me find it. There's this one guy who's paying to get his thing subbed. It was like he got the Kaku Ranger extra video and the Hurricane one, and he's like, can anyone, if someone gives me a reply on Turbo Ranger, I'll pay for Turbo Ranger to be subbed.
Mm.
So I'm just like, holy shit. Look what I sent you on Twitter. Soul Brains got an English dub.
Oh, did Apollo Dub Archive pull
Yeah,
up
someone digged out. So
yeah, Apollo Dub Archive's been on a roll lately. Like, we got a bunch of Ultraman dubs that people didn't know existed.
Product, go watch that video I just sent you.
Let me check. So,
Product, check the video I sent you.
No, it's with this particular group, they get random episodes Return of Ultra 1, 2, 3, 4, 11.
Yeah, because they essentially are finding lost Southeast Asia English dubs. Is that's their whole thing, and sometimes you just can't find them because a lot of that stuff never got home video releases, so they're working off TV rips.
Oh Oh, they have Taro. I'm gonna check.
It does actually make me wonder because a lot of these shows were playing in like Asia in general, like Philippines and all that. If someone was able to just scrounge literally everything that somehow aired over there, I'm scared just how much exists.
That's what Discotech's been trying to do with Ninja Robots Tobekage. Is they're trying to find that dub by going through Philippines.
Oh, someone's like got the rest of the Wizards dub. Actually, I'm gonna have a field day with tomorrow. I ain't gonna watch the dub. I watched the Kabuto dub to be honest, but
that Kabuto dub game. Watching the first episode, I was like, I'm done. This is awful.
I watched it and I enjoyed it really well, but I know it's not good.
Yeah, it's sad when I can say that the Gundam Southeast Asia dubs are better.
What's kind of sad is that version of the dub is what people are afraid American dubs for Tokus are like. That's the sad part.
A lot of people believe that like that's real American dubs, and I'm like, those are not real American dubs.
They were produced for
Southeast Asia. I think it's people are like so invested in dubs, but like there was a video of the Decade dub, and it's just like, oh wow, this sounds really bad.
I mean,
yeah.
At least it's not as bad, and I have to sadly say this, as some of the Korean versions of the Tokusatsu toys, where, no offense to the guys who are doing the voices on those things, they didn't choose the best actors to voice.
Because typically they're not even actors. I think they're just people that work in the department.
Like, man, those things
like what Bandai did when they started putting voices in Power Rangers toys, but didn't get the actors. They just picked somebody in the office.
But what's weird is they just sound bland versus bad. That's the problem.
Yeah.
I'd rather take bland than bad. I mean, it's funny because at least some of the stuff that released in Korea were like the Hong Kong versions, which were mostly intact except for sound bits usually being quieter because of the...
And they only really started changing the voices recently.
Yeah. But for a while, that's just kind of like, it was just pitch changes mostly.
Yeah.
Like, I actually have the Korean Fies belt, and that thing is quiet.
Yeah, I wonder if it's like
I think double and onwards is when the Korean toys started like making their own sounds.
Yeah, when they started putting new sounds.
Yeah, all of these, I'm just checking these dubs. They're all just really bad quality.
Yeah, because they're all broadcasts from like years ago.
Because I know at least with the Kabuto dub I saw, for instance, they put it over the what should I call it?
The Japanese DVD.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that can happen sometimes, but I think some of these dubs they don't sync up 1-to-1, and then it's hard to do as a dual audio. It's
not like again. I sent you, if you remember, the Digimon. Someone got like the Digimon like Japanese footage and put the American dub on it, including with all the punches.
Yeah, because that stuff was fairly, but that's still like a pain in the butt to do.
Yeah. To be very honest, well, I know a lot of people have this whole problems with dubs in general. That I personally feel the dub for Digimon are better than others because a lot of the Japanese ones are so quiet. They have like no music and like a big sections of either the movie or the show. Just make you question, okay, how did they get away with this? It just sounds so boring sometimes.
It's like they're completely. It's like there's too little sound in the Japanese version. There's too much sound in the English dub.
Yeah. People complain about the dub because it's like every 2 seconds there's music or loud explosion sound or something. But Japan is like just empty silence. Like not
Japan,
even
it's just bolero. Lots of bolero.
What show are you talking about?
Oh God, I heard the word.
I was just talking about the old, especially the old Digimon.
You had to say it. You had to say it.
I was waiting for you to crawl out of your hole to complain about bolero.
Listen, man. Listen. Whoever thought it was a good idea should be, like, shot. Like, just euthanize that person.
They were. Do you know whose idea it was?
Who?
Johnny's.
I was going to say, if you say the guy who thought incest was a good idea in Digimon...
Whoa.
You just said a bad word. We can't say that on here.
Well, By the way, YouTube, go take down every episode of Digimon because they actually perpetrate that word.
I haven't. I've only seen Adventure 1.
Yeah,
2,
Adventure
Oh,
1's head
yeah, where they
writer
started
was writing Tai and Kari as an incestuous relationship.
When was this?
Digimon Adventure.
Wait. Rewind. Wait, what?
Yeah. Welcome to the world of.
My stream's tainted forever, so might as well just keep going.
I never. Wait. Okay. I have so many questions.
This came
Yeah.
out recently.
Google it.
It was one of the producers of the show that said that in some interview, like about a couple years ago.
Yeah.
for the
and he got
anniversary.
mad- Yeah, and he got in mad trouble.
Was that like Japanese or American?
Japanese
Japanese.
version, yes. The Japanese version.
The original intention.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he wanted to have it that. Yeah. Anaki. Yeah. Tai. Yeah. I just ruined Digimon for all you people in the chat, and I hope I did a good thing. So you
People
guys
in the
now
chat
understand why.
there's some people lurking. I can tell you're lurking, but no one has said a single comment in the chat this whole stream. So
Exactly.
Hey, it could be worse. You could be watching frickin' X-Cross Wars and cry.
Man, what's X-Cross Wars?
It's
just called Cross Wars, Darko.
I know, I just didn't want to say the Cross Wars, as I always call it, so...
Oh my god, if you say that one more time, I'm going to kick you from the stream.
Say it one more time, Darkon. Say it one more time.
They should have just got rid of the X and just called it Cross then.
That's what an X is, a cross in true Japanese.
Wait, and what do you call Ryuga's rider form from Build then?
Claws?
It's actually because people say it differently.
Originally it was Clawser, and then it was Claws.
Then
And,
it was
No, it was-
close. Another one was Close, was another one that they said.
yeah, close.
It's
Another
close.
one.
It's spelled cross Z, but it's like pronounced close, like close with a Z. And we thought do you remember when like Paradox's name got like announced to be PARA-DX?
Harad.
DX.
Yeah.
And people
Which,
thought
I mean,
that
that's
was
just like
stupid.
weird video game stuff to me, so.
I mean, this is the same company as in Toei that literally messed up when they re-released Tamashi Form. They renamed their own brand.
This is true.
Soundout, your phone went to wallpaper mode and went to Garo for a second.
I know, I had to reactivate the video.
Okay, so
Also, Metal wants to be added, but I don't know if Kaus is coming back.
Adam.
Basically, what happened is that
I don't know. I don't think Metal deserves to be here. He's not being nice in the chat.
Okay,
But,
well,
yeah.
you figure that out, and I'll let you be the deciding vote on it.
Anyway, so they're releasing the sale of Tamashi for Moe's. They re-Romanized it. It's not Tamashi. I forgot what they called it, but it wasn't Tamashi. They renamed it.
You mean with the new figure art, they just like
They
released a
named
couple
it something
months
else. They re-Romanized Tamashi, even though that's their own brand name.
back.
That's just so idiotic. What was it called again, Sounda?
I don't remember.
Let me check on the wiki.
I'm a writer
Yeah.
fan, but I'm not good at remembering new romanizations. I'm still writing Izu, IZU until the end of time.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
I'm
the
not writing her
only
name
way.
as Jizz. Yeah, whoever thought of making her name Jizz?
Is.
What a sick
It
monster.
just is. Because it's technically correct. Like, is, Oz, was... Those all, like, they make sense, but when you're writing it with other English words, you gotta romanize it so you know it's a name. Because too many times when some subgroup switched over to the IS for Izu, and it got really confusing when it was like, well, Izu is going somewhere because it read as, well, is-ing somewhere.
I found it. Okay, so they renamed Tamashi as SHIY.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I just saw that.
Instead of I, it's IY.
Yes.
Is that actually on the box?
I think it will be. That's terrible.
No, it got shown off. Actually, let me check. Yeah, it's on the box. They
He found out
renamed the
that
form
Legends Marvel
after 10
Legends
years.
is-
All right, I added that. I added that disgusting monster metal.
So what are we ising and jizzing and izing?
Okay, he's out.
Wow,
He's out.
I could've
No,
come
no,
on.
no, he's out. He's out.
No, I just heard you guys talking about Azu, like Izu, that kind of stuff. So
Yeah, we were just talking about the
19-year-old
romanization.
yeah, Romanizations, lovely.
I should go grab something real quick, actually.
Pocket tissues.
Oh man, I killed Deadpool.
You know what that means? The new metal's probably going to be listed as that too. Ugh.
Oh damn it! I took off the batteries to goddamn drive.
Hey, you know what's funny? I find it funny that Ryan hasn't pestered Soundout to get added in here either.
Now that you say it, he's probably gonna ask now.
I know.
Why did you say it?
Oh, and by the way, Jerry's just finishing his dailies, and he'll be over. So.
Okay.
So guys, check it out. Check out the box for Izu.
No, I don't want to.
Look at it.
Never.
Look at this.
Just
Okay,
look at the way it's written.
It's frozen. Ha!
Hey, Product, did you watch the video I sent you?
Dude, I was downstairs, so I'm gonna watch it in a moment.
Yeah, I want you to watch it and tell me how great that video is. Because I showed it to you years ago. I actually remember. Yeah, I showed it.
According to the wiki, they spell Izu as IZU still.
It's how it should be.
But the satellite's name's more stupid, actually.
Oh yeah, the satellite's named there.
Wait, what?
It's pronounced Zaya, but its official romanization is there.
Is there a point? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Actually, serious question. Has anyone seen the big, I would say, reveal of the 01 movie?
Real quick, let me just mention that the fact that when I had to put this into my checklist for Figuarts, I usually put the series name first in brackets, and then I mark if it's P Bandai or retail in parentheses after. So her entry into my list is 01 is P Bandai. Which is a very accurate statement. They had two retail figures.
Actually, I just
Also,
realized
it
something.
is because what's it called? The whatever for the final form is Free Bandai, so it is.
I mean, everything's P Bandai except for Vulcan and 01.
Don't even get me started about why I hate P Bandai.
So about the clock.
So were you talking about this?
I just realized. Sorry, all her left hand. Do they all have the mark on it?
The different Humagears have the mark on different
No,
parts.
as in on Izu, as in.
Oh,
all
and Easy
her
on the figure art, yeah. All of the left hands have the mark. And all of the
Perfect.
hands have her nails painted, so suck it, Hasbro and stupid Lord Zed.
I swear.
Hey, accurate.
It was one figure art recently.
Hey,
That
at
they
least
have
they
their
didn't
nails
go
painted.
overboard and made all the Human Gears as SHFs. I think that'd be overkill.
I do think there was a Fies figure art that painted his nails only on one figure.
Yeah.
Or
Like,
one
seriously,
hand,
imagine
or
if
instead
they
of
made
Like
hands.
Tiger and Bunny, where all the supplemental ones after the first two were all painted.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
Like, imagine if they released all the important Human Gears as figure arts. I don't think it would have worked well at all.
I think Izu was
Hey,
the only one you could do, and Azu's coming. See, Izu and Azu should have just been you know how they did Gates and Vive, as in there was
It could have just been one
I
set, but
wouldn't mind a Shesta figure art, but
You go to the corner, you pedo.
hey man, the
If we
photo
said
book.
this call was this chat was tainted.
Hey man, the photo book that Ease and Shesta did is cute as shit. So
thing is, right now, because they released Izu, technically, you can get a full Name 01 cast in SH3 Docs form eventually. So you can get Ikazuchi, you can get Naki, you can get the art, you can get. What else are we missing now, actually? I think that's it.
yeah, because every character transformed practically.
Well, technically, does anyone know what happened?
Oh, thank God.
Secretary. Shesta.
to do with the trailer. If anyone could tell.
Nico, I see.
Wait, what happened?
I think
Am I
Soundout just
allowed to
crashed.
say something?
Oh,
Am I still online?
You're green now.
Still hear you.
Okay, there we go.
Okay, that was a
Am I
close
allowed
one.
to-
Grandma was bothering me.
Am I allowed to say something that happened in the Zero One movie?
I think we
Or,
all know by now we're not going to see the movie till next June, so fire away.
It's to do with the 0102 thing.
Yes.
I don't to say it. Technically, they can release 02 twice now.
Yes, they could.
Actually, one thing is, would people actually be like into like buying a second figure just for it to be slightly smaller?
They did that with Decade Kuga, so
The Decade Cougar, actually, I don't think. I remember that.
yeah, they did it with Decade Kuga because the original Kuga was hard to get. So the thing is, they could do both versions of 02. They just have to space them out by a couple of years, like they did with Zombie Gim.
Or
And yet, even after all that, Saga will still be missing.
Saga's like probably my second favorite character in all of Kiva, and I really want a figure art of him.
They could even release a regular figure.
Wait,
Like, you
hold
didn't
on
make
a
an
second.
SH figure yet.
Project, you're on camera.
Oh, I know.
Oh, okay.
Do you want your camera to be on stream?
Right.
Because that is a special request that requires a form submitted 3 days in advance.
Wait, what?
It's called it's a pain in the ass to put a Skype camera on the stream.
Yeah, I know. that's why I don't care. My camera's on because
Yeah, because I was like, what if Product didn't realize his camera was on? And I'm like, and the next thing he just accidentally flashes somebody. So I'm like, oh god.
At least it wouldn't show up on the stream because I've got the stream just
I
set
know,
to my
but-
camera. But
But I just wanted to give our audience a forewarning. If Product didn't know his camera was on, you just hear us all shouting, "Put your fucking pants back on!"
Wheels, come on now. Rule number 1 of the Skype Call for Hero Club: always wear pants.
Yeah, no, Metal doesn't abide by that rules, unfortunately.
But he sits down most of the time, so it's fine. So he's like,
Yeah,
"Thanks, they're
you're not the
way,"
one who's
but-
seen him stand. You're not the one who's seen him stand up. Jerry did.
It's true.
Well, that's Jerry, so that's not too bad.
Like Metal, like admit. Be honest now. You're on live camera. There's witnesses. Tell the truth. Did you actually not have pants on that day that Jerry believes he didn't see you have pants on?
No, I did.
Okay, then why does he keep
Contrary to
thinking he saw-
popular belief, I usually do have at the very least shorts on.
Well, how did he see your ass? Because the only person who ever saw your ass was Darkon.
I don't know. I guess they were riding kind of low when I got up.
you know that this is like live on YouTube.
it's live
Yeah,
on
that's-
YouTube to
No.
7 people.
Yeah, but here's the thing, though. People are going to wonder, like, what do they mean by Darkon saw Metal's ass? Well, one day Darkon was being a wise ass to Metal, so Metal just got up, bent over, and mooned him.
I was not there
Those were
that
the
day.
good old days.
You were
I literally came back to Metal buckling up his
I was
pants,
traumatized.
back down to the
I was
chair,
absolutely
and started
traumatized.
shouting. I was editing, like, I think, the podcast, and I just hear Darkon going, "What the hell, man? Why'd you show me your ass?" And I'm like, "What?" And Metal just sits down with this, like, nice, happy face, like he just took a giant dump.
Well, as you talking about the releasing figure arts like a couple years later on, they're doing Prime Rogue.
Why are they doing that again? I don't even. What even is a Prime Rogue?
Okay,
It was called
thing
the
is,
form they
funny-
released.
the funny part is with Prime Rogue, they're marketing it as a Grease movie form.
Well, technically, that's the only time it showed up canonically.
The Hyper Battle DVD is technically canon because they actually do explain why he doesn't have the full bottle for the rest of the series.
That's true.
Because it's like, oh wait, I need to do more.
Also, every
testing of it.
appearance has to be canon because he has to go into the gallery of how many shirts he wore.
Hey. That man
No.
is a fashion queen.
Jeez, I don't even like Prime Rogue. Just like, I'm like, why?
It's like there are a lot of series where they make a lot of stuff. It's like, oh, you could buy the civilian shirt. You could buy the civilian shirt. Oh, he was basically there to sell civilian shirts.
No. Guy legit went pants so they could sell his underwear.
I mean, Naki
was
Naki made that happen. Naki was like, I'm gonna just support Bandai, and they're gonna give me a figure art. Just watch. And then they did.
Yeah,
They
talking
gave them a
about the
figure
promo,
art.
I'm looking at it now. I own Greece Kingdom. The top bit of the arm and the top bit of the thigh, and I think the belly. Those are just build slapped onto Rogue bits. So technically, it's a new figure because it's not one for one the same, but like it's just a fusion of basically build and Rogue, which I just don't get why they're making, and a cape. At least with the new Gaiden from the Gaiden ones from Gaim, at least one of them's different. I like how these two are getting releases, even though like.
Wait, did you just put a custom shirt onto Old Man Logan project?
I like how my camera froze right as I was like trying to figure out what's going on.
Oh wait, Soundout. What would you rather prefer? SH Figuarts Saga or the rest of the Ryuki monsters?
Saga
at this point, Ryuki monsters are expensive. He barely could even get the other ones.
I can't get the other ones, so I'm like, no, I'd rather have Saga.
No, because I'm on the wiki page of like ones they showed up and never got released.
I still want that damn Futo-kun so I can terrorize them with villain figure
But
arts.
some,
You know, it'd be hilariously sad
imagine?
if they release. I forgot the name of the form, but Gaze's power form and the figure is incredibly fragile with the parts falling off. That'd be hilarious.
Oh, the Gates Majesty.
Yeah, because that's basically what the suit was.
Fun fact, that figure will be crap. You know why? None of the Ride Watches will have their faces on it because the whole Geo line does not have Ride Watch faces.
Yeah, it could be worse. It could be like the Sword line where the books don't even have anything on them. So
the books are just
where's
black.
The book? That black splotch is the book. What?
I can't get over that. I'm like, why are the books not at least molded in the right color?
Here's a better one. Why aren't the books even stickered? Like they did it with.
Yeah, something else. Yeah.
Because they haven't stickered in years. They didn't sticker for Geo. They didn't do it for 01. Like.
01, it depends on the rider, to be honest. Like Hirobi, like base Hirobi and Jin did 01. It should have included the sticker because, like, I don't think what else. Because, for example, I said I got the Greece Kingdom figure art. The bit comes out of the belt and you can open it out, so like the gold and the blue are showing, and the full bottle was painted. The tiny full bottle.
Yeah, I don't know what happened with that.
I still think the worst two things they've ever done, though, is what happened with a certain drive formula. An awesome formula.
Damn sticker sheet.
Oh, yeah.
And then what happened with Gaim Kiwami, where it's literally a piece of paper stuck inside the plastic. That's basically it.
And then the plastic would crack on a lot of them.
Yeah.
Same thing happened to Agito Shining, I think.
Actually, it was burning.
Burning. Okay, I remember one of them
Burning's
broke.
the word. He literally moved the arms, the body starts cracking.
Is there
have enough space or something.
Is there a fix for that?
Nope.
It's been a long time, so I don't have any of that
Because
archived.
because I've seen whatchamacallit for Gaim. I've seen there's like a replacement piece you can buy for the chest that like it looks better.
Well, the problem with Agito is that the figure literally is destroying itself because it's so poorly designed and poorly made.
You could barely move the arms to begin with. He looks like a bodybuilder with weird, like, tiny arms. Like the way that it moves, that's what it feels like.
I'm still waiting for those other Agito forms to get made in Seiho. Like, we're finally getting the Kuga ones, so... Well, the Kuga 2, because they still haven't made Titan.
Would you rather get, let's say, Agito Burning or the Flame forms, for instance?
I'd buy all the Agito forms, to be honest.
See, I think...
Okay, when it comes to Agito, I would only buy Shining and Burning. I don't think I need Flame, Storm, and Trinity.
You know what they should? You know what they should do is since Seiho's been doing this, is they should just make Flame, Storm, and Trinity one figure.
Yeah.
Right.
Swap the arms out.
Yeah, because they
still need to finish the Kuga forms, don't they?
Yeah, no, they made Dragon and Pegasus, but they haven't made Titan.
Dragon and Pegasus come out next month or this month, I think.
Then Titan should be next, and then the Rising forms of all three, and then they're done. Because they already did all the mighties.
But the thing is, like, with O's, they've been really like lenient with O's, to be honest. Like,
Listen, man, the fact that we got Taj Adol at retail, I said this on Ninja's New Year's.
It's a godsend, right?
Special. It was a godsend. They could have made that SOB exclusive.
Like the fact that
as
it
long
was
as
not
they
only
release
retail
the
but came with all the
release, so-
effects was amazing.
I'm gonna say a couple more things before I leave. To be honest. Things with Tajador, the only reason I say, Tajador should have been a regular release, only because Fang Joker was a regular release.
Exactly.
The thing is, like, they've been really lenient, and like, so far, they didn't stop. They gave us Tajador and immediately Gakuba, Zakarata, Tamashi, Tajador, Sharuta. They didn't do Sagozo, which makes me laugh that they that one out. They haven't done that one, and that one comes before Tajador and Sharuta.
Well,
Well,
what
right
was
now,
the-
like, all they have to do is, like, everyone was an exclusive except Tartabar, Ankh, the Hand, and Tajador. Oh, yeah, it was a human Ankh, actually. That's another thing to say.
Can't be as bad as what they did with Beast. They made him exclusive with the mantles. That sucked.
Yeah, like I thought Beast would be retail and then the mantles would be exclusive like before, but then they were like, oh, both are exclusive.
But the thing is, like, as I said, like, O's, we're almost done with technically O's form. I guess, like, for the 10-year anniversary, what they've done so far is just hilariously bad. As in CSM, Cell Metals, and Silver Rim Medals. And then it's like, oh, we're going to re-release the DX spell. I'm like, why?
Yeah, but it got canned for North America.
Yeah, that's funny.
So, like, the only thing they could do figure art wise is birth Sagozo Putatira and
To be
maybe
honest, I think they need to release, because they keep showing it several toy fairs now, like the Tamachi events right now. It's release the bike, because they kept showing it. They need to release it.
they never released the bike actually. So that was, I think, isn't the Ride Render the only bike actually? Wait,
No.
Rise Hopper, I guess you count that. Actually, I guess that's the sad thing. Since Geo, like the Ride Striker, the Rise Phone, and now Saber's bike, they've only used them like 4 max.
Yeah.
Right,
But
that's what
Saber
I
kind of
would
used it
hope.
more than others, because at least they were using it to teleport between the two worlds for a little while. Now the bike disappeared again.
I think Geo's legit was the funniest because, like, the week they sold the toy is the week they did the bike chase in the show, but then, like, the bike is legit just a bit for the cosplay now.
Yeah.
You know how it's on the arm.
Yeah.
In my opinion, though, the best bike we ever had, like in the modern day, compared to like the show,
Laser.
automatically show and all that,
Laser.
it's technically Den O, because he actually needed to use it.
Laser, yeah.
What about Laser?
Roderick was saying Laser was the best one in the modern day.
Actually, I'm gonna. I'm not gonna lie. I don't need bike, but, like, I do admit one memorable bike scene is at the end of Forza for me.
Forza's
No,
bike
but,
got a lot of use.
No, you know, at the end with Meteor and Gento just rushing to
At the end, the final.
Yeah, at the end,
what's it
yeah.
called? Yeah.
Hmm.
Where they play the song "Endless Play."
Yeah, I had that song just on my phone, just repeat for like 2 weeks.
Yeah, I drive extra fast when that song plays.
Whenever
No, that's
Surprise
me-
Drive
that's me
comes on,
next
I'm
level.
afraid I'll get a ticket when driving.
That's me when Next Level plays.
Nah, man. Lord of the Speed remix.
Yes. Lord of Speed is that should have been the opening.
See, the weird part with
Don't forget,
Lord of
the
the
worst part, it's Gatak's actor that sings it.
I was about to say that. Yeah, Katak sings it, not Tendo. Katak.
That's
Because
because
he's the
really
main
wanted to make
character
him
of
the
the
main
show.
character, didn't
they really did. They were like, he's the
really
real.
wanted him to be the main character.
Remember, he's the real hero of the story. Kabuto was just like, all right, the goal that he
I
wants
mean,
to
he has to be, because Kabuto retired, and when Gatak came back, he finally became Kabuto. So.
But technically, because the end of Geo, technically, this is my thing with the end of Geo that makes me a bit mad. Okay, Gatak. Gatak has never becomes Kabuto. I'm okay with that. I hate that Kagami's Gatak. He'll always be Gatak, and I don't want him to touch Kabuto. That's me. But one thing that they did, and they messed up on now, Kinzaki's still a Joker.
Yeah, because the ending is yeah.
Yeah, he's technically still a Joker. which is like upsetting. How the fact that like 15 years later they fixed the not fixed the ending, but like finally gave Kinzaki a happy ending. And I haven't even seen Blade yet, and I felt it.
I'm still more mad that the Orphanot keeps coming back, and then finally when he shows up, like kind of like in the open, because now they're giving me some of the background scenes of him being summoned.
Oh yeah.
He showed up again here, and still no closure for Fies.
I mean, we got more closure for Fies in the Young Ghost special than like literally anything else.
I remember that.
And you know what the best part was? He did.
Except he's not.
Like the sad part is about Fies for me is like my favorite characters are Kiba, Kaido, and Yuka.
They're all dead.
If you realize they're the three Orphanauts, I like the Orphanauts more than I Riders. Actually, wait,
Guys, you want to know the most depressing thing?
That ending made me like mad at the end.
You guys want to know the most depressing thing about Ryder? There's a show where the villains won.
Yeah.
Stronger.
Oh yeah.
Because the only actor that's still alive is Mr. Titan.
Oh wow. No, there's one more, I swear.
Sat out over here being dark and morbid. I love
There's
it.
one more. Wait, there's actually one more, but I can't remember who it is.
It's a villain. I think it's General Shadow.
In a way where it looks like he's touching your head.
Yeah, Galactus is just like... He's just ready to consume. Galactus, what do you have to say on the matter?
Yeah, when you upload the VOD, put a text box on him. You're covered.
Just saying, I'm not sure.
Thumbnail just needs to be Galactus trying to eat me.
I didn't know when like Stronger's figure. I didn't know Stronger's like passed away until later on. Did they release his figure art as soon as like he died?
I think he already had his figure art.
No, his figure art got announced a week before he died.
Oh, okay.
So I know for example when Kiba died, they're like, oh yeah, we're gonna finally give you Augur and we're gonna finally give you an Orphanok. I'm like, say,
That really
like,
sucked
yeah.
when he passed.
pardon?
They were like, yeah, fuck you guys. You get it when he's dead, and everyone's like, no.
Like maybe you didn't. You sit on prototypes too long to the point where people die before they come out.
I mean, it's
Actually, wait. Stronger came out July 2012, and then July 2012. Yeah, he died 3 months before his.
I mean, at least they didn't make those terrible, terrible prototype show riders that we were so hyped for all those years ago. And now looking at it, I'm like, I'm so glad they never released those. Those
It's
look
a good
awful.
thing we forgot they even were going to be a thing.
Because even for prototypes, those were some really bad prototypes.
It was back in the lanky days of figure arts.
God, I
Right.
just wish this good figure was just an inch shorter. Just an
I
inch
still-
shorter,
I
you'd be
still-
great.
Well, I got the original Carbon Attack, and like they're perfectly good. Like they're not perfect, but like they're good. They're great by themselves. But then like I put them next to my like figure arts Grease, and I'm like,
That's
okay,
the
just,
problem
like,
there, bro. That's the problem. It's like once you put them next to the more modern ones, you notice it. It's when they're by themselves.
They're actually able to stand outside of the bow legging problems. They still have die casts on their feet, so at least they can stand okay.
I don't even have that issue. I don't even know how you get that issue, how you rectify that
It was
issue.
just like some rounds of the figure had really bad bow leggedness. Mine, I
I
don't think mine are fine.
I-
There were
I-
some rounds of it that had really bad bow leggedness.
I didn't have that. But actually, one more thing. What was I going to say? I'm always trying to get. My goal is to at least get like all the O's combos and all the Kabuto riders. O's combos, I have Sagozo, Rakurata, and Bukawani, and then like Kabuto's. I have more Forza figures than anything else, and I'm not even a big Forza fan. I love
You're welcome.
Forza, but I'm not like.
Yeah.
It's all my fault.
It's not even your fault. It's just I watched it and I was like.
I know. I told you to watch it, so it's my fault.
No,
I think the biggest shame though is we still don't have Hibiki armed.
Yeah,
we're getting there.
like-
We're getting there. We're getting there. It took us how many years to get a base form Kiva?
It took us how many years to get Ibuki and Todoroki after Hibiki?
Yeah.
And Zanki, and then
God damn it! I wish this figure was smaller.
What figure?
But then like the original,
It's King Sphinx. It's so good, but it's so damn big.
I know.
The original Kabuto figures, they're cheap. Actually, the original Attack, Kabuto, Kick and Punch Hopper, Hyper, and Dark Kabuto are all cheap now.
Well, it's because Punch and Kick Hopper got reissued like 5 times.
And
in
then
some
Seihos.
systems.
Yeah, but the one you want is the one with the rice bowl, like with the instant noodles.
Yeah.
They got Seihos, but then you got Drake and the Bee, which are like a bit more like up there. The sword's stupidly expensive, and I love the sword. I'm like, why are you so expensive?
He's the last one I need.
I think it's because there's no Seiho.
No, as in like Drake, the Bee are like decently priced.
Yeah, but does anyone care about Drake and Zabi?
Realize the Bee is one of the better Kabuto figure arts from the original release.
Well, it's because he was Toei's favorite suit from the show.
Yeah, there were like 5 different users of that suit.
No, the thing is, in like a complete.
It's funny, as much as the B got used, Ixa got passed around a lot more.
That's true. No,
And then the next one would be
Delta.
Feist.
Delta.
Yeah, listen, to keep this short and sweet, I am not going to talk about Delta. I'm going to try not to. Because I love the suit, but I hate the person underneath.
Mihara. Mihara's the worst.
Thing is, right, I'm going to say it like this, I hate Mihara, but then I watched 5 before Go-Go 5. But, like, I watched Go-Go 5. I liked him in Go-Go 5, but, like, I hate you and easily my least favorite rider.
I forget, which one was he again in Go-Go 5? Was he
Green?
See,
He was a little bitch at 5.
Oh, I love the scene. It was the Rose Orphanok, like walking towards Takumi, and then like Mihara comes in, slams on his belt, and Rose Orphanok just punches him, like pushes him off to the side, like you're useless. I'm like, even the show knows how useless he is. I'm like, yeah. But the thing is, like, I still like how the fact that like Go Green and Go Blue are technically riders now. I just find that amazing.
Oh, now I'm looking at Amiyami now.
My favorite is how Go Yellow is like the champion of the people right now.
But have you seen the scene of him drinking the milk? He did like a.
Oh yeah. No. I know the part with the milk, but like because of the actual actor's like disease and sickness, and him being like going, no one wants to be my friend now that I got a tumor, not realizing everyone's like, you stupid idiot, we now respect you because you're over here like afraid of us. We're like, no man, no. Like he's now the champion of the people.
Like when I saw that clip with them reuniting, it put a tear to my eye. And that's before I watched Go-Go 5, and now I watch that now. I'm like, oh my god.
Like my favorite thing though is like how he literally is just like the champion of the people because he's like, listen man, look what I can do while being still like effed over with a tumor and a stroke. Cause like he did like the radio drama, the 10-year anniversary radio drama, and I'm like, you wouldn't even know he was effed up.
That man is half paralyzed, but does more than most people on a single day.
Yeah, remember, isn't he like a teacher? Isn't he like a teacher?
Assistant.
Yeah, he's a teaching assistant. So it's like he does more.
He struggles to speak. That's the issue. Like they said that they want to do like a reunion thing, but they're not doing it unless all 5 of them are doing it. But
all they have to do a reunion is just have it that they all transform and like. You know, all they have to do is show him transform. They transform, just have the mechs just fly in and just crash into something, or have him with the dad at the base and the joke. Oh my God! Here's the plot twist, guys. So since he can't really speak anymore, he's effed up. Just get what's her face to become Go Yellow. The one who was the voice of Asuka in Neon Genesis. Just give her the power since she wanted to be the sixth
no.
Yeah.
Oh, Zeke John.
Just give her
the one that became Jeek in the movie.
Yeah, the one who became Jeek. Just give her the powers, and he's just with the dad sending out the QQ machines.
No, I don't.
Just literally make the special that he's sick in universe, and he goes, Kyoko, I give you my power because someone has to help carry the team. And they're like, yeah, Kyoko, you've been with us so long, and then bam, that's how you do it. You do it like as a passing of the torch thing, but make it still wholesome.
Now, how do we convince Toei that this is worth the money?
The only sort of like real world thing that I can like edit into a story is Time Force, like for Mr. Collins. Just they like try and like work a thing where like Wes is in his spot now, like taking his dad's name and stuff.
Yeah, he's finally running his dad's company. Because
Yeah,
just say his dad. Just say his dad.
That's what they did in
the
the
just say
comic.
His dad actually did die.
Yeah.
That's what they did in the comic.
Yeah. It's funny too, because like me as a kid watching it never realized. I kept saying to myself, "Man, this guy's voice sounds familiar." Me as an adult, I'm the Daredevil.
Speaking of Daredevil, I'm about to make his title card.
That's why I said I'm the Daredevil.
For example, the Gal Rangers like do the whole like music thing this year. I mean, for them, but
Oh god, I just want to see a Gal Ranger reunion while Kira Major's still going on, just so Kira May Pink can just like be crushing on Gal Yellow. Because she literally stated in interviews her favorite Sentai is Gal Ranger and she loves Gal Yellow, and I'm just like, she is a trooper.
Well, Yellow was my favorite team, to be honest.
My favorite Gal Ranger is probably Red.
I preferred Yellow.
It was Red, then Yellow, then White. It also doesn't help because Gal Red, went and made a Mecha Godzilla and wanted to have sweet, sweet love with Mecha Godzilla. You remember that sound out in Tokyo SOS? How he, like, there was literally a joke. What do you want to do? Have sex with the robot? And he's like, yeah, I kind of do.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
like his dog, freaking Kiryu. They're like, what's your deal? Kiryu's the best. Kiryu's #1. I was just like, what is wrong with him?
It's like when you guys question me when I talk about Gundam too much.
No. Listen, you need to hear me and Mucha talk about Mothra. But then again, it doesn't help that Akira Takarada says no. Wanting to have sex with Mothra isn't a bad thing. All of Japan does. And I'm like, excuse me? And Mucha's like, yeah, it's an actual interview. Akira Takarada set up Anime Boston. Everyone in Japan wants to have sex with Mothra.
But the thing, Wheels, with Sayo and Gal Yellow, their visors are quite similar. I'm not sure if that's like it just is a coincidence or not, or they actually designed it like that.
I feel it had to have been I don't feel like they were, unless like they had already like designed her helmet to look like Gal Yellow, and then they immediately said, "Yellow, let's go get freaking Sayo, her actress."
I remember it was with Ultraman Rube. Roso's favorite Ultra was Taro, and Blue's favorite Ultra was Tiga. So I'm like, that's a coincidence. Like, I don't know if they get paid to say that, to be honest, but
well, this is what I found out. Certain Ultra actors, when they I think Orb stated that when they were doing when they went to him, they already had the idea of getting him because they loved him as an actor. But one of the things they did was he said in an interview was when they were asking him, they asked him specific questions about the franchise, and they said, "Did you watch Ultraman as a kid growing up? Do you still like Ultraman growing up?" And like they asked him questions on what. So from what I understand is they already have like the suits designed, and then I think they just find actors that actually say the answers they're looking for, like they unintentionally, like if I was to like be like this is how I think it goes down, is that like I'm supposed to be the casting agent, and I'm like going, all right, Psycho O, like Kamen Rider. You're like, yeah, I like Kamen Rider. How long have you been watching for? I've been watching since this show. All right, what's your favorite one? This show. And then it's like, who's your favorite rider? This rider. And then we're like, all right, you got the job. It's like one of those where it's like they already want you for acting, but then they're like, yo, we need to know, what do you like?
You're like, I like 5-Man. They're like, get out. No, none of that.
Was it Toma's actor was it just like, oh, I don't really watch Kamen Rider, but I watch Ryuki, and I remember Night was cool or something like that. I'm like,
I'm like, you're just trying to get on Shirokura's good side?
Like, my favorite story is the one where freaking, Shotaro's actor got pissed that he didn't get picked when he went in casting for Decade, because he's like, my favorite Kamen Rider is Black, and when they were like, giving Decade the crossover, I was so furious. But then because they knew I liked Black and I was Joker Black, they gave him the pure Kamen Rider Joker to make up because they found out he was so salty that he didn't get to do a movie with Kamen Rider Black.
I actually never.
Cause I know Doubles.
Yeah, supposedly the reason Joker even has the Kamen Rider Black pose is because Shotaro's actor was really upset that he lost in the Decade casting call because he didn't know that they were going to do a Black crossover. Because he even states when they were doing the first press conference, it was like right after they did Double Eight, Decade Eight, the Decade movie with Die Shocker, and they were promoting Double with the press release of the cast. Decade's actor was there, and he's like, "Yo, I'm mad. You got to work with my hero. All I had to do was just voice lines while beating up Shadow Moon." There's like an interview where Shotaro was saying, like in a press conference, that he was mad that he didn't get to do a crossover with
That's
Black.
Okurata.
All right,
Yeah.
I'm gonna send you guys a picture, and you're gonna laugh at whose wife this is.
Can I show it on? Should I show it on the stream if we're doing that?
No, because I don't know if we should.
What are you putting in the image?
Skype.
Okay.
Okay, good, because it's not being broadcast.
Can you guess whose wife that is?
That's not, wait, what?
Is it a Tokusatsu actor?
Yes.
Is it a Kamen
Give us
Rider?
a hint.
We talked about him earlier.
Is it a Kamen Rider?
Yes.
Is it Kabuto?
You're in the right franchise.
Is it Gatak?
Yes.
That's Katak's wife.
Yep. Look
Why
at
does
her
she
Instagram,
still look like
everybody
she's
can-
12?
Why does she look like she's? Why does she look like? Wait.
What's it called? She's in a role. She's an actress and a model. She's a halfer.
She's a heifer.
Halfer. She's half Japanese, half something.
That's mixed race.
Yep.
Okay, you gotta use the terms, man.
You gotta say it. You gotta say halfling, Project Halfling.
Mixed race, please.
Hey, halfling is still recognized as okay in the fantasy world.
I know.
But that's the fantasy world.
How old is she? She does not look like she should be a wife.
Or girlfriend. I don't know, but
Listen, have you? Hey, listen. The girl from Tokusagaga is old enough to be somebody's wife, but she's old enough to be somebody's wife, but she looks young enough to be their daughter.
That is Attack's girlfriend or wife, but I'm pretty sure that's his wife.
My hair looks terrible.
It was also Nintendo mentioned something about like he messaged Kagami's actor like congratulations or something. I'm like, oh no.
My favorite was the one time when they were on his cooking show on YouTube, and they both started roasting Toei. They're like, "We hate Shirakura." He's like, "I can't believe you went back," and he was like, "Well, I needed the money." And he was like,
After further research, I think she is married. She is wearing a ring on her wedding finger.
Yeah, she's married. Yeah, I know Katak got married. So, and on her Instagram, there's a bunch of images of Katak.
Oh, it's funny that you're saying they're roasting Toei on a cooking show.
Yeah, because he made a cooking show for a while.
Yeah, I know he was working a cooking show. That I knew.
Yeah, no, this is like because they were not on a Toei sanctioned thing.
It's unsanctioned, so they can talk whatever they want. It's my show.
It was just on, dude's YouTube.
On YouTube.
It was on his YouTube channel, and he's just like,
and then a couple days later, so his what's it called? His video got copyright strike from Toei. How? It has nothing to do with Toei.
You mentioned a name.
Mentioned her name.
But that's how it be over there in Japan.
That's how it's over here in America because their Japanese copyright bots hit us all the time.
Don't forget what's it called? It's like Twitch, the terms of service. You can't talk shit about anybody anymore.
I know, that's why we're streaming on YouTube.
Can't do really much on Twitch either because of all the stupid things happening over there.
That's what Project Event is, that you can't like roast people on Twitch, so we have to roast people here on YouTube until they tell us no. By the way, I just look like a workaholic because I'm going to take a break from working on my shells, come right back to working on Photoshop. This is the exciting content, is the visual content, because otherwise it's just...
It's better than filing papers, then filing papers again, then turn around to file papers in another location.
Oh, God. Flashback.
Oh, no.
I talking about Kabuto again. It's 15 years old this year, and I'm like, oh,
You know, at some
we'll
point,
get to that soon.
Nindo's actor's gonna come back because his kid wants to see him as a writer again.
Oh yeah, he's gonna have to cave. Like he's gonna have to find a
He has no
compromise.
choice. We're just waiting for her to be old
I've
enough to
heard-
complain and beg and ask him, and then we're
She'll be
gonna.
like, Daddy, can you please apologize to Papa Toei?
Well, I don't think he has to apologize because the reason why they don't like him is because he.
Because he opened his own agency.
Yep, and he treated the actors properly, unlike Tom. He got them fair pay and like a unionized kind of thing.
Hey, it could be worse. Toei could have been like, "Dear Kamen Rider, would you like to return back to show?"
Well, actually, wait. One actress I like will come back with seconds. Now, Hurricane Blue. I'm gonna try and say her name.
Now Nagasawa
Nagasawa
is a thought for Toei. She's great.
I didn't like.
She's her go-to. Not a thought.
Remember, she went over to Garo one time.
Project. She was a thought in Daimajin.
She went to Garo one time, but went with like 4 other Toei actors
Mm-hmm.
for the one episode.
She's
Was
still
it the
great,
one?
though.
What did you say? Was it like the one with the Ryugen and Geki Blue or something like that?
Yeah,
I mean, she also came back for the girls special too.
Yeah.
because that episode of Garo had Ryugen, Geki Blue, now Nagasawa, and then also the main series characters of Duke and Gokai Silver.
Oh, okay. Now, because also that one is Deca Yellow. Look, I remember this when Luke Hat first showed up when came out. There was a big rumor that Deca Rangers would show up, and it was so funny because they were shooting Go On to 10 years at the time as well. And Sosuke was taking pictures with the Pat Rangers, and they're like, "Oh my god, this is the new 6th Ranger." I'm like, "No, it's not." This is before Noel got shown off.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. I love it when the fandom jumps to conclusions like that.
My favorite one was when the guy from Ninja Steel fucked up the Ninja Steel thing because me and Soundout figured something fishy up. Because remember that guy who played the fake
Aiden?
The fake Aiden started following people in the fandom, and you and me were you and me were the first ones, and the fandom never noticed it, that he was secretly following people in the fandom. Because I remember this guy, what was his name, Glenn Beck or whatever his name was, something. He started following me, and I was like, man, this guy seems pretty cool. But then he started posting photos before the episodes came back from hiatus and before they were being revealed in France. I saw him on set, photos of him on set. I was like, oh, maybe he's just a camera guy who's really into Power Rangers, and he's starting to secretly follow the fans, and because he had a really low follower count. And then I'm sitting there going, wait, could he be the 6th Ranger? But I'm like, no, that doesn't make any sense with the rumors that the 6th Ranger is the brother of this guy. So I'm like, is he just a guy on set then? And then me and Soundout had this huge theory, which we guessed it, because when we saw the character, we're like, oh god, he's a red herring.
Yeah. It's like, oh hey, it's that guy that follows me on Twitter.
Yeah, me and Soundout recognized him. We're like, wait a second, is that guy from the set that followed? We're like, oh my god, what the fuck?
I just realized that Mobile Agent in real life looks like someone that I have someone that doesn't like me in real life. And the thing is, I don't know. Ninja. I'm not even going to talk about Ninja Steel. Actually, I don't have the brain capacity to. Basically, I remember this is obviously perfect world scenario and not what happened a couple of years back, but Ninja Steel could have been a perfect Ninja Storm sequel.
It could have been, but that would require them to actually put effort into Power Rangers.
Oh, that would also require bringing back someone that I shouldn't talk about here at this call.
That's why I said perfect world back then.
Because back then it was in the before
then,
times.
Before 2019, let's just say that much.
Okay, the best way to say it, before we found out people beat their wives. That's the best way to say it.
You didn't have to say it. Now I'm going to get demonetized.
No, you won't.
You'll be surprised.
YouTube won't ever find out.
You'll be surprised.
Actually, can we talk about in respecting someone that extent. Soundout, I need your help with this one. Daigo.
Kujaku. Was that? I didn't have the energy. I'm sorry.
That was a bit anticlimactic. I mean, still say one of the best love stories in Sentai, in my opinion.
Sentai doesn't like doing good love stories.
You know what's a bad love story?
They-
The one
yeah.
What? Huh?
Which one,
I was
Dark?
like, you know what a bad love story is? The one in Live Man where you know who fell in love with you know who's good side, which only lasted like one episode.
Oh yeah, I
She was
remember that.
vaporized in the exact same episode.
That was
That was my low point. There was like, you know, when Go turned good in Live Man. Episodes before that, episodes after that, what should we call it? Like, weren't that good in my opinion. As in, like the episode where Yusuke turns into a Pikachu was like really bad for me. But then like the last half of the show, really did.
I'm about to just get to the episode where Bull Bison shows up for the first time.
the Bison Liner.
Oh
Yeah, Bison Liner. I don't know why I said Bull Bison. I meant to say Bison Liner.
yeah.
I just got to that episode.
It was like when Mazenda's Good Side came out. What was another one? The Yusuke got turned into a Pikachu.
I think one of the
The best love story in Sentai is Red Racer and Zonette.
Oh yeah. Was that before Zonette became a star, or after?
She's already a porn star.
Thank you. That was the answer I couldn't provide because I couldn't remember because I don't keep track of these things.
But the episode where they made the kid shoot the monster that was summoning all the other monsters from the grave.
Oh yeah.
The kid was all scared about like ghosts and everything, and then it's like, you need to help me because I'm literally stuck and I can't do anything. Pick up the blaster and kill the monster, please.
I've only seen 4 pre-Ju Sentai.
Yeah.
I rank them as Jetman, Flashman, Lifeman, Fiveman.
Kind of hard
And
to
then-
really think about to say that Jetman's kind of like a gateway show / Hurley Heisei Sentai, but it kind of is, sadly.
I said pre-Ju, that's
Well,
why.
here's the thing. Here's the reason why it's a gateway. It's because it was the easiest one subbed back in the day before Live Man and Bioman and all
I'm not
those.
saying it's a bad thing because the show actually has a lot of merits too.
Oh yeah, no, the show has a lot. It does, but the problem is
It's
that
not like Go Kaiser, which is the complete opposite, has not enough merits to be what it is, but unfortunately, it's just how it is. So.
the problem really is just that Live Man was one of the first ones fully fan subbed.
Yeah.
I swear,
It
like,
sucks too
that's
because
it.
there's this one episode that now that Soundout found out about it, there's this one episode that was just guys in spandex did an absolute terrible job subbing, so half the episode wasn't even subbed, and I don't know what was going on.
Which episode was that?
What show?
It was like sometime before. It was like maybe like a couple episodes before the episode I'm on, but literal lines were missing subs, and some lines were subbed incorrectly. I don't know what happened.
There was one line
What
that was
show
just
are you on
like
about?
the letter A.
What show are you on about?
Live
What show are
Man.
you on about?
Oh, Live Man.
Now,
There's
are you
one
going up in
episode of it
spandex?
from all the guys in spandex subs, but there's this one episode that was just missing subs in like lines, like actual full lines are missing subs.
You may have wanted to check that one. Like, I didn't have an issue. Like, I didn't have that issue. Like, I would have.
It's the files I sent them, so it's something I noticed and just kind of I shrugged it off because that happens in Shout Factory DVDs and those are official. So I just am like, well, guess this episode's not important.
If you get a new version of that episode, it shouldn't be like that because you know how like sometimes they do like version 1. For example, like when Metallic finished Flashman, I remember they did like version 2 files.
Oh yeah, that's why I always wait till Metallic does a batch when they really do a show.
Yeah, like I wait for the batch to come out. For example, I downloaded the Live Man batch, for instance. I think the only time
I think mine was a batch. I don't know. I had to go back and check it. I forget what episode it was. But...
the only time I had an issue with fan subs was Hurricaneja because I don't know, Shushuto subs. Sometimes they repeated like double R at the end of the word, but it wasn't like anything groundbreaking.
Nothing beats Dark on subs a Turn A Gundam.
Oh my gosh.
No, because like keep in mind, like I watch TV on sometimes, which people don't like them, but I don't care. As long as
So basically, what the problem with the Turn A subs that he sent to me the first time, a lot of lines were completely typed, and they accidentally switched L's with I, and the other way around.
Did Soundout like convince you to watch Live Man or?
I think I've convinced everybody to watch Live Man after I was convinced to watch Live Man.
And like the only time I convince you to watch a show is when we do it when we're like okay, we have to do it.
Yeah, I have to be forced into a schedule to watch stuff. I don't mean to be this way, I just am.
No, but then you get like I don't know. The thing's like I remember you said you got like changed earlier and then Nexus, now you're on like Sailor Moon, so you're paying back for it.
See, yeah. 2 great shows and then Sailor Moon.
In my opinion, though, the absolute worst sub I've ever seen was Imagination Station.
They don't deserve rights. They shouldn't have ever existed.
Power Ranger and Go 5.
Oh no, it's not the series. I didn't watch any of their series subs. The one movie that they subbed was the absolute biggest trash fire subs I've ever watched.
They subbed it. Wasn't it the Tokyuger Kyoryuger movie?
I think it was that one.
And they subbed all the Kyoryuger with the Power Rangers names?
Yep.
What do you mean they subbed Kyoryuger with the Power Ranger names?
They took and subbed...
They literally called it Power Rangers Dino Charge Squadron or something, it said.
Yeah, they did it as like an April Fool's Day joke and everyone back and did it.
Oh, that was a TV Nihon. They did that as well.
Well, TV Nihon's done that, but like, no, Imagination Station literally released their sub.
Legitimately like that.
They were like, well, we didn't sub Kyoryuger, so we're just going to throw in the more relevant terms.
Because I watched Shout's Go 5. Other Ranger, I kind of turned my head off from watching, but I didn't realize an issue with their subs. Like, they just used the long names for everything, but that's just like it's not saying dinosaurs, it's saying Baku.
I think it's funny that one of Sound's pet peeves when it comes to Sentai subs is whenever they sub Rekka Daizanto.
What do they sub it as?
Oh god.
Like in general, like Rekka Daizanto should never be subtitled like in English form, but they all like there were several.
Because it's like Rekka Daizanto is the name of the weapon, but it gets it's translated as big fire stick, large fire weapon, big flame sword, and I'm just like, just call it what it is. Stop trying.
It's like you know subs translate the word henshin. I'm like,
oh yeah, that's annoying when they do that. That's annoying too.
Yeah, don't even start me on that.
I had TV Nihon Dairanger, so I watched Dairanger last year, but I got rid of them because I watched. I can't remember the sub. It was like the other option for Dairanger because they actually like instead of using like, for example, I watched for my subs. It was like Peacock Buddha Kajaku. TV Nihon actually had the right terminology, but it was just a different language in my ear. And they actually had the actual word for it. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
But like, I don't speak Japanese. I don't know all these terminology, and also because there's like a bunch of complex words in Dairanger, I would say.
Yeah, like my thing is that like if it's a name, don't translate a name ever, because no matter what you translate it to, it's going to lose all its meaning.
That's where I saw with the Shout subs for like they called it the White Tiger Sword, but then called it Byako, the Saba.
Yeah, like that's because it's like Byako Shenkin is his name. Yeah, it translates to White Tiger Sword, but it just sounds so literal and stilted.
Yeah.
Because the thing is that it's only weapon names that they do that, weapon and attack names. Because it's not like we're translating like character names where it's like Hidden Naruto isn't God, what does his name translate to? It's like he's Hidden Naruto, not because what was it when I translated the soundtrack? It was like his name means like Basically, his main name means nobody. Like Hiden Aruto, if you were to translate it, means nobody.
Well, technically,
Well, remember the theory was supposed to be that he was just an advanced AI, a super advanced.
Well, the idea was that he like became the CEO, but he was a nobody himself, and nobody paid attention to him at all.
Quick thing. Thanks for having me. I'm gonna go now. I realize it's almost 4 a.m. here. I was only planning to spend an hour,
that's like the usual bit with all of us. I apologize.
I've been able. It was fun. Don't worry. I
good.
don't mind doing this again.
Welcome to my world, motherfucker.
Okay, nice meeting you all. Talk to you later. See ya.
All right, see ya.
Yeah.
All right, now let's talk bad about the British. LOL, just kidding.
Not really.
You still lie. We wouldn't do that.
That's the joke.
Darkon's like, turn the stream off if we're doing that.
That's the joke. Darkon's over here thinking I'm serious. I'm not metal.
Although I'm probably
I'm
going to
gonna
start again. It's been missing forever again.
I dated a British girl once. I almost married her, and then we broke up, and she got fat.
That's how all your girlfriends end
I was
up.
about to say that was all your.
No, that's not true.
That's not just this one time.
85%.
85? You think it's that low?
That's actually.
That's pretty high.
That's pretty high.
85 is still a pretty good number
Even
there.
if you're putting it at a low part, that's still a pretty high part there.
Yeah.
Guys, should I get myself copyright claimed on YouTube?
Yeah, play some music, white boy.
Start playing some music, play some
No, you don't want to get DMCA.
No, what you should do is start playing full episodes of anime and reacting to it.
No, if he really wants to get that, all he needs to do is play even just 1 second of anything WWE related. They're so stingy.
They do because they need money.
Like, man, they're so stingy. I heard some people, even just 1 second of game footage of an actual wrestling game gets them copyright strikes.
Actually, that wasn't WWE. It was supposedly the
music
2K.
company.
Oh yeah, it's 2K. Yeah, that's 2K. No, yeah, it's 2K directly. Yeah, you're right.
You know what else I could do, guys?
2K, but actually, some people actually said WWE in the copyright strike, so they have something. I think they're talking about the music part. But the game part would be 2K though. Yeah.
I could also just like, let's see, who could we piss off? Let's piss off Toei.
Oh, here's another one. Just put the entirety of any Nintendo game you have right there and just splatter it everywhere.
I should just put an emulation of a Nintendo game. That'll just torque their shorts.
Oh, Nintendo will drop the hammer on you.
Guys, how do I get out of making YouTube videos forever? Just get companies to destroy my channel.
No, it's to bring back Order of Zeranos. That's the way you do it.
Or like that one guy on TikTok who thought DMCA was an actual person.
Oh god.
Like I said, just bring back Order of Zeranos, and then it will bounce out.
That reminds me of a TikTok I saw where someone thought that Janet Jackson was Michael Jackson's mother, and that her name was Janae Jackson. And
that guy didn't even try.
I think I died a little bit inside.
Yeah, King Sphinx is like 7 3/4 inches tall.
He's so damn big, but he's so amazing. I don't care.
Yeah, like he's literally, if he was at least a 7-inch figure.
Oh my gosh, I just realized what they did, and it's actually really clever. No one's actually taken a photo of it, for what I can tell, but I think that's why they released the Hasbro Megazord.
No, because those are 12 inches.
No. We're talking about the combining one, Will.
The combining?
Oh, combining. Okay.
I think they did that on purpose.
Yeah, because the combining one's like 8 inches.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think they did that on purpose.
Well, that backfired since everyone hates that toy.
Like, that's pretty funny. I actually didn't think about that until now. Like,
I'm gonna go out and buy that toy. I'll be.
There you go.
Oh, do you guys, Target's still open. Should I just go out, go buy it, and come back?
Yes.
No.
No, do it.
Wait, well, how much is it at your Target?
It's like $45 total.
No, if it was like $5 per pack, then do it.
Like if they're on sale, I would do it, but
Like if they Santa, if you find them on sale and they're like all on all $5 and you find 2 of each, just buy me one if you can find them for like dead cheap.
Can you imagine if I just took the stream, I just switched it to my phone, and we just like killed?
Yeah. Oh my god. Oh god.
I mean, to be honest, the price itself isn't.
Just don't look at the chat. Just don't look at the chat or the what's it called. If you don't want to drive like that. Oh yeah.
God, guys, I want to do that, but like, I'd have to end the stream and restart it on the phone,
I know.
Me.
and then I get all these weird looks from people. So I'm just like live streaming through Target.
You should see what
Everyone
I
does
follow
it
you
all
on
the
Facebook
time.
when I'm at my toy store. So would be the first time.
Remember that time?
Everyone does it all the time.
That time when I told the kid to shut up, we're looking at toys right now. You're like, I was like, you know it's true.
I should do a live stream from a store someday, like, especially during the current times. It's really funny, so I'm like I gotta do this at some point.
Hey, you realize your Maxwell speaks English, and he'll learn English and you can interview him.
I mean, it could be scarier. Soundout goes.
So.
It could be worse. Soundout disappears for a couple hours, and then goes like, "So I'm at Toys R Us." I'm like, "Wait, which one are you at?"
To not New Jersey. I'm like, Project, I'm coming to come visit. It's like I just go across the border.
Mexico
And then you see Kamen Rider stuff in the shelves. Soundout, how did you get to Japan in like 4 hours?
And then I'm not gonna tell you, I'm just gonna whisper it, and I'm just like,
like
You find out it's actually a trap, so he can get kidnapped. It's like it's cardboard, no actual figures.
oh god, guys, imagine it's just like, how'd you get to Japan? I'm just like, I used a Gundam. Just super quiet. I am so tired of looking at Age of Apocalypse, I'll tell you that much.
Alright, Soundout, which is your #1 peg warmer of the toys that were released this year?
What's the one I've seen the most, like as a peg warmer?
The biggest peg warmer. Or the best or worst peg warmer. I don't know what to qualify it as.
Oh my god. The one I've seen peg warming the most, probably, like, per line. Biggest peg warmer for Power Rangers is Zeo Blue. And Beast Morphers Blue, like they're tied.
That's because they're both terrible figures.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Beast Morphers Blue is a fine figure. His character's just terrible.
Not as bad as Zoe.
They're pretty much like tied for being 2 of the worst Power Rangers in the whole franchise.
See, Zoe's just absolutely pointless. She has no character. You know who's terrible because he's a terrible character.
Well, it's because he's like 8 characters at once. It's so annoying.
And then there's just Abraham.
Abraham was the good part of the show.
He's a peg warmer in my area.
Yeah, I actually have never seen him at retail.
I rarely see to collect at retail in my stores in general whenever I went out.
What's another peg warmer I saw this year? Oh yeah, Transformers Earthrise Grapple.
That's everywhere though.
My peg warmer is actually the green one.
Hoist.
What was it? Hoist.
Ironworks is another peg warmer.
Yep.
Marvel Legends wise, there was hardly any peg warmers. I couldn't even find like the shitty figures.
I couldn't even find Marvel Legends in general sometimes.
Yeah, Marvel Legends kept getting cleared out, which was nuts.
Peter Parker.
No, I didn't even see that wave.
Every time I go to the store, it's Peter Parker.
That wave. Oh, let's not forget G.I. Joe. What's the biggest shelf warmer?
Oh, wait, guys. Also, I'm looking at my images. The Daredevil from that wave in Peter Parker.
I've never seen that wave.